right side microphone. I'm chatting. I'm talking.
I'm chatting, I'm talking, I'm seeing if this works.
Seeing if it works. Does it work? Maybe.
Your mic sounds like makes you sound a little stupid. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Minnesota State Mankato Mavericks Esports. I am Duracady, legally known as Jordan, and I am joined once again, finally, by the man, the myth, the legend, Hammerlack Games, everybody. He is here.
Holy moly, ladies and gentlemen. It's so good to be here. And it's so good to be back. I've been out for 3 weeks. I feel like the man, the myth, the legend, our famous Vikings player. Shout outs to the homie. I'm totally forgetting his name right now, but that's all part of it.
Shout out to the homies, wherever they are.
Part of the injury list, but we're back here once again on the desk. And my, oh my, that I miss so much that now, look, we got new cameras, we got new graphics, we got everything's looking so fresh. But tonight, there, Jordan, we got one of our favorite video games.
We do indeed. Of course, it's me and Ham. It's nothing other than Rainbow Six Siege on Wednesday nights, ladies and gentlemen. We have a fantastic match today. Our R6 team is going up against Tarleton University, and they are playing for seeding here.
Oh.
And there are big stakes on the line tonight. If we beat so we are currently tied second with Tarleton in the seeding.
Really? Okay.
If we win tonight and CMU loses, we go to the top of our group. So whoever wins tonight is guaranteed second. If CMU loses, they are guaranteed first.
That's wild. So, in that case, and that being said, ladies and gentlemen, there is a lot going on tonight. So if you're a Maverick fan, make sure you guys put your horns up for the boys here that are playing tonight. And you guys know, damn, I'm on that queue right now. That's crazy. I see it. I got a visual tell now. It's a phenomenal. Shout out to our production team. I know those guys are right over there. I know. Let's see if we got those guys on lockdown. Maybe so, maybe not. I don't know. But it's great to have them here. There we go. We love those guys. They're having a great time. And it's great to be here. Dude, I'm so excited. It could bring me to tears to be back here in the studio. It feels like home.
It does. It really does. Every night getting to come down, watch people play games, whether I'm casting on production or just chilling out in the arena somewhere. It is fantastic to be down here in the facility. We have some great lineups in terms of maps today. We have to talk about maps because this is R6. We are starting on Chalet, ladies and gentlemen, with the Mavericks starting on defense and Tarleton starting on attack. And I have to tell you, I've joined the Discord for our R6 team, and I've been looking at these guys' practices. I have been looking at the strats that they put up, and I get to see the amount of time and effort that goes into how much these guys play. Hank, the tank, yesterday, he ended up playing for 10 hours.
Dude, talk about a grinder.
He was doing 10 hours of Siege. I joined him for like 3-4 of those yesterday, just messing around, getting the skills in, getting maps down, just making sure that we were locked in. And I was talking to the team today before, and everyone is locked in.
I mean, to be fired up, you got to be fired up, especially in situations like this, right?
Oh, yes.
When you know things are on the line and you know they have to be played to the best of your ability, you got to be able to lock in. And when, like I said, if you're fired up and you're helping firing these kids up, they're ready to play at any moment. And starting off on Chalet, one of my favorite maps in the game, especially starting on defense, there's a lot of strats and there's a lot of things I want to see, whether they decide to start basement down in the garage or if they decide to play top floor right away. It really depends. I like the top floor start personally. And then make my way down to the garage. I'm hoping to see some Cade. Hoping to see a lot of Cade, actually.
Yes, I mean, this is one of those maps where Cade is a pretty much must-bring. Because they're going to ban Mira first round.
Oh, 100%.
Immediately, this is we're not messing around today. But we are expecting to see a lot of Cade. I'm expecting to see at least a mute ban or something, because there's a lot of doorways and a lot of denial
Right.
that mute can bring you by just, hey, I want to roam library. Too bad for you. You can't get a single drone in library to check where I'm from. Or you want to go downstairs, roam in the bar, just pop a mute jam or two down there, or even just bring the vigil. Bring the vigil and just run around on the top floor and just cause absolute chaos.
I mean, Vigil in Museum is a scary, scary sight.
Oh, yes.
And I mean, he's able to move around so fast. You got piano, there's bathroom. Really, if you're playing, upstairs in museum versus middle floor, if you got Vigil in hand against these guys, and depending on if Mavericks decide to play more roam heavy, which I think they might.
I mean,
honestly.
It depends. I know we have two very good roamers. I know Hank has been working a lot on getting his roaming down. He usually does more of the soft roams, creeping around the map, trying to find a couple early picks early on. But it's just a lot of it's also just gonna depend on how we get those setups down. Are we able to play our own game?
Right.
Or does Tarleton try and force us to play their game? Which I can promise you probably won't end well for them, because the Mavericks are stubborn.
Right.
We like to show off the horns.
Right. Well, I mean, we're called the Machine for a reason.
Exactly.
Right. We're known for stopping teams in their tracks and kind of putting a halt to different kinds of strategies and different tactics that they've kind of tried to employ. I mean, knowing from TS, just kind of looking at the names here that we have, Bohannan looks like he might be the one we might need to look out for. I don't have a lot of stats myself on him. But TS looks like they got themselves quite the hefty roster. And I'm hoping that we got ourselves a close game today.
Yeah, it is looking. We are hoping for a really, really, really good game. It doesn't look like these guys have been playing their ranked matches, which is a nice, slight little way of showing. Yeah, I mean, you did shout out Bohannan. We did see there he is Emerald. Y'all don't get to see that just yet. But I can tell you, I think Hank just last week or within the last week has made top 2K.
Oh, wow, really?
Or something like that. He is insane. There we are. We get to see the game. We're just waiting for some technical things on the side of Tarleton here before we load in. We want to make sure everything's up and running, make sure this is as fair and entertaining for everyone as we possibly can be, because this is SEIGE. This is esports. We are here to play the game. As you can, they're just showing us all the racks. There's Hank up in Diamond there. All of our boys chilling around Diamond, just getting there. Palmy is going to... He wants to have a good game today. I've personally told him that if anything goes wrong, he is the first person I'm coming after. I did it last week. He had a... You should have been here last week. It was a great game from the Mavericks. 7-1 both maps.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and Palmy had a 4K, and he messed up an ace clutch, and it was disappointing to say the least, because if anything, Palmy should be able to get that, but unfortunately he didn't, because it is Palmy, and he is a clutch or kick kind of material on this team. I think he's the only one I'd say is clutch or kick on material on this team. But that's just, it's all fun and games, to be honest. Palmy knows it's all fun and games. Everyone kind of likes to, we joke around, we mess around. Palmy's a great guy. He's a good player. He does genuinely play really well. I like playing games with him. Yeah, so we'll see what they decide to bring out today in terms of attack. I know Drop likes his Monty every now and then, and I know that Monty can be pretty fun to play on basement here in Chalet. Palmy's probably going to be bringing out his Twitch again. Something that he plays almost all the time. He's really, really good on his Twitch. Show, he's our big fragger. We want him on those picks that are getting us kills. He likes his gridlock. He likes his roam shutdown type of characters, so that's what we're expecting from him. Drop is usually our breacher in terms of attack. Breacher, secondary support kind of player. Hank is our entry. We want Hank to be getting in, getting at least one kill.
getting the motion started, right?
Yes.
You know, if you're playing entry, you got to be able to find a pick, make that pick happen, and move through onto the other sides of the stage. Whether you want to try and play off of a flank or stop the flankers from getting to you. You know, you mentioned Show playing the gridlock, being able to stop the denial and give kind of a sound check, a way to kind of stop things as well. I mean, I love me some gridlocks, able to close down choke points and stop the flank from even happening and starting in the first place. And kind of thinking about it right now, you mentioned that Drop likes to play on the Monty. I'm curious of whether or not they're going to go for a cellar push versus a garage push.
I would think, knowing the Mavericks, they would do both. You know, because, I mean, this is Chalet, so you have to clear out that top floor.
Naturally.
On just about every single site. You have to get rid of that player that's sitting in library or up in bedroom.
Yep.
Office area. And then you can usually get one or two people playing from that garage push. So push in, back of site, get that lock down those stairs on the end there and get that working. So it was going to be interesting to see what the guys play. Production is doing a little bit of social metering next to us over here, just messing around.
It's good, though. Though, chat, we've been yapping for a little bit. We'll figure out what's going on here on our side and see if we can figure out what is happening. We are going to take a short break really quick. We're going to make sure you guys stay hydrated, get yourself, refill your waters, refill your Rockstars. I know it's late, but hey, late night study sessions for you guys out there at home. Make sure you guys stay hydrated, stay energetic. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, sorry, give a quick break, but we're back. We're already on to operator bands, and we're going to just jump right into it. Let's see if we got that transition. And ready, bam. There it is, looking at the bands right out of the gate. It is going to be the Mira. It is going to be the Maverick. You hate to see my man go down just like that in the blink of an eye.
You do, but it's also one of the things that if Maverick is just so powerful when you're bringing in that breach denial, just to have something that, you know what, he can get through it. He can still look through. He can make a hold to get a cheeky kill to a clear out. There's the Kaid ban that we didn't want to see. There's a Blitz ban. Quite interestingly, from the side of Tarleton, banning that Blitz there, which is, I mean, Hank loves a good Blitz rush.
Yeah.
Yesterday when we were playing, it was Blitz Finker almost every single attacking round that we could get to.
Gross.
It is gross.
That's gross.
But it's so much fun. It's so much fun. But otherwise, pretty standard, looking like from the picks on each side. Palmy on that Aruni, Hank on the mute that I mentioned that we would love to see. Drop on the Azami, Legacy with his Malusi, and Show bringing out the Lord, Tachanka Kang.
Tachanky Kank, he's back on the map and running the Bearing 9, actually, as the secondary instead of the Geesh.
Instead of the Goosh. But, I mean, it's Show. He likes to frag. You know, the Bearing's one of those guns that is very good at just getting those quick spray downs. We are getting the Grim from the side of Tarleton. The Zofia Blackbeard was what... oh, no, that's Zofia for that Noma. Bringing in Blackbeard is a bit of an interesting pick here. He is able to just get that control that you need to, but he's also a little bit more susceptible to other shields because he does have to expose himself much more than other shields when he wants to actually do some playmaking, but he does come with nades.
He does come with nades, and honestly, the way how Blackbeard is able to play New Balcony on the pushes as well is super, super strong, but they've decided to Aruni gate the top wall here. And honestly, I really like that as they are waiting for a push coming from the library side. But no, we're going to sit in the Mazain here, and that's Palmy just kind of waiting on this Aruni right now.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty standard here from the side of Chalet. You want someone playing up on that mezzanine to hold. You get so much control from that angle, and that was extremely close. Palmy almost got his head taken off.
Oh.
And Sync with that Nomad takes him off from behind. That was very well played from Tarleton, and it's going to be a little hard. That DMR from Aruni is so powerful on any map, to be honest.
I mean, any map, depending on, not even the range can even be an issue, but I really like how Legacy is sitting here playing this bathroom, but there's honestly no push coming from his end here. Looking at the cameras, maybe we could see a better option, but the blue side has located the bombs, and that is going to be the Thermite popping it down on that main wall. He is ready, though. That is Hank with the C4. Does have it on lockdown, the Nitro Cell. Let's see if he's able to find a house call.
Hope he should be able to toss it out. Blackbeard's there. He got a good bit of damage there onto that Blackbeard, not actually finding the kill. But Blackbeard low is not what you want from the side of Tarleton, especially with your Thermite as well being pretty low as it is. As Tarleton just ring up here for the final push.
What do you mean, Hank? Come on.
Hank with a cheeky floor hole here up in office as Pike, PKE,
oh!
Hank, just beautiful peek there as
Holy
he comes
moly!
in. Does he get the second? No, he does.
He finds
does!
one. He gets it. That's the double kill for Hank. He finds it, but the diffuser is down.
The diffuser is down. He got it down. He managed to get that Blackbeard. Show pushes through, finds Bahana, and now it's just this.
Show
doing exactly what you need Show to do.
Show!
Getting
Legacy!
Getting two. Legacy stealing the third there from Show. What a brilliant round there from the Mavericks. Just Hank swinging out with the shotgun, just deciding that that is his bomb site. You're not doing anything about it. He does get knocked down by the Nomad, but he still finds a down and a kill.
That's incredible. Able to find that kind of utility, especially using the M10. You don't want to anger the youngest operator, a part of the SEIGE team. My man is only 20. He's only 24 years old.
That's true. He is the youngest. I completely forgot about that. Everyone else is so old. Okay, well, Capital's old as it gets, I think.
I mean, he's old. The oldest operator actually is Tachanka.
I mean, yeah, but you just forget about Tachanka's age. Okay, it doesn't matter how old Tachanka is. Okay, that Russian with his pizza oven helmet is just going to cook you.
He's going to cook you in every which way. But we are going to go to the basement here. And looking at it here, we are going to run the Jaeger, the Warden for show. It looks like Ved opting to potentially look for the ace. I do like how Sync is running Hibana to deal with the hatches.
Oh, swapping off that for the Zofia.
Okay, I like that.
Zofia does have the hard breach charges that she could bring as well, so that is what you use for your hatches and ace on main breach. They are bringing that Thatcher, which is a little bit useless because we don't actually have a breach denial.
None at all, and I'm curious to see whether or not if PKE has the lineups for the Ram drone on top of third floor.
Yeah, because you just get that. You just get so much space and sight lines, and you just have to vacate A pretty much completely.
100%, yeah.
When they get that floor open. So B, if we can lock down that Ram early, that would be great. Palmy here playing up in dining with a little bit with the AA, just being a little bit cheeky, trying to get a couple kills, get himself on the board.
I mean, I kind of like it though. It's kind of like a fake side setup here for Kitchen. And the way how Palmy has these angles and these head holes, it looked like it might be a way for him to, you said it is a cheeky style of play. Though, looking at it, Bahananan is just emptying his mag into something. I have no idea what.
Yeah, he's just messing around. You do have Hank up there, up on the top floor with that Legion, just trying to be annoying. Maybe get a cheeky kill or two as he should be. Palmy does miss that drone there, running up to clear out Hank. I think they would have seen him. But again, Tarleton can't really push in until they clear out Hank and Palmy. They have to clear them out at this point. As you see, Palmy just misses his shot there.
Oh, no.
Ram throwing in her drone. They know Palmy's up there, but they have to kill him.
They have to clear him, yeah.
They have to. There's no other way. And I don't know if he's got hatch open for him to drop through. I don't think he would.
I don't think so either. I mean, looking at it, we have Hank opting to push the office side, and he could make a rotate down towards the blue side staircase, but we see Show waiting down here inside of connector. I don't care if they call it storage. This is just connector for me. But the wall is open, actually, and he finds a kill onto Schlitten.
That's why you have Show on that warden. He just pops his glasses, sees through the smoke, and he just takes out Schlitten through the breach. They gave them breach for a reason, because you can attempt to play through breach, but we're just going to shut you down.
I mean, he's able to find and listen to the audio cues. You see here the jump as well, but Show just waiting, opting to go for a big swing, but nobody home here for Show. But that is sink, and drop goes down.
Yeah, drop does unfortunately bite the bullet in this game, but Velt is low, as you do have Show just still sitting here in that connector room. They do have a camera there. Show, he sees the ram. He should not be alive here.
Oh my god! Oh, he does eat the flash!
He eats the flash, he gets the kill, double for Show, as Palmy does manage to get one as well. And Show just closing up the round. Beautiful. I think that was a 4-piece.
A 4K here for the Warden on the deck. My man is the lurker. He is ready. And I've been playing Rainbow Six since I started my competitive journey during Operation Phantom Sight when Knock and Warden got released. And I'll be honest with you here, Jordan, that's the first time I've seen his gadget actually in use.
Yeah, that is the most use I think I've seen out of a Warden that's not playing against a Ying.
So true. So true. Oh my god.
Like, because, I mean, if you, like, Ying's one of those things that if you don't have Warden, you're pretty much going to die.
Yeah, you're dead.
That's just the way it is. There's nothing more that you can do about it. But Show getting a massive use out of Warden there, bringing in his Turbrow, one of the other ops that he absolutely loves here on defense. You do have, they're bringing in floors on Sync there from the side of Tarleton, just to maybe deal with a little bit of extra utility. Hank bringing in the Smunk.
Oh.
He's bringing in Smunk. He is trying to commit war crimes here today.
I mean, we don't really know what's in the canister, to be honest.
We don't know what's in the canister, but the canister doesn't make you feel good.
You know, maybe it's just big nap time, honestly.
It is the big sleep.
It
does result in the big sleep, and that's what matters. Here, Pike bringing the Ram again, trying to get some more use out of her. Again, they're playing first floor kitchen, so you get so much control. You see it here, setting up on the top floor as you would pretty much be holding bedroom and office. They do have the castle on drop to make it a little bit more annoying. Schlitten bringing out the Lion.
I like Lion on this pick.
I like Lion.
I really do.
He is bringing out the V308, I believe. I think it's called, if I'm correct.
I believe so. I just call it the Vector with the drum mag.
It is a Vector with a drum mag that shoots
just a little slower than the actual Vector itself, but I digress nonetheless. And Show with this Tubarao, he could shoot the fire extinguisher to create a smoke, opting to go for it there instead. To Tubarao the wall, has to make a rotation now with this M4, seeing nobody, and it looks kind of scary here, Jordan.
It looks a little bit scary, but he's clean. He's safe. He's out of there. Unfortunately, Tarleton there does seem to lose it. Oh, Show with a beautiful peek there onto Bohananan. Threw off his Palmy, getting down PKE. Now they're just trying to play through this window. They've lost 2 on top floor. Palmy is low, but Ved does take him out. Sync does manage to trade back onto Show. But that's so much time and a lot of util, it seems, wasted to get clear of that top floor. And Ved just takes off Drop's head.
I mean, they keep getting taken down one by one. It's actually so difficult, but though Ved and Sync honestly super low, Schlitten with the Lion could create an opportunity for Tarleton, but it's going to be really difficult as he is heard on the motion detector.
Yeah, they know where he is, and I mean, it is Smoke and it is Goyo, and you have 2 players that are extremely low health. One one of Goyo's canisters and a couple smoke canisters, and you're gone as the drone just sneaks past Legacy. Hank finishing off Ved there, just doing what he needs to do with that SMG-11, and just evening it up here for the Mavericks. I still don't think they know that Legacy is here. He hears him, and Legacy manages to get the kill. Brilliantly done there. Now it's just all up to Schlitten on this line.
I mean, honestly, it was textbook there for Legacy, dealing with it as Hank is going to pop some canisters to see if he's able to work his way out. But careful, there is an angry British man. He does have an option, but Legacy has a killer angle, and he finds it again.
The Mavericks, once again, just knowing where they are, hitting their shots. They wasted so much time up there on the top floor. They got 2 kills. They got 2 players low. It didn't matter that they were going in 3v2 to the rest of that, because you can trust Legacy and you can trust Hank in those situations to close out that round. And they did.
They did, and that's the thing. Having that clutch factor on your team is so prominent, and Maverick Esports is full of them.
Full of it. Any single one of those, any single one of our players, including Holmesy as their super sub here, can do that. They just can. It's just what they can do. Banning out the Azami, taking that away is, I mean, that's
fair.
That's
I get
fair.
it.
She's really annoying. You need to take that out. Taking out the caps out again. That his crossbow just makes so many problems.
I mean, it creates so many difficulties, but we're gonna pop back into the same lineup that they had last time, coming into phase number 4 here, running the Zafia, the Blackbeard, along with the Grim, and the what seems to might be a Buck.
It might be a Buck, switching off from that 0 here. Honestly, I 100% would prefer to see Ace from Bohananan.
Agreed.
Because you just get a little bit extra safety, and you can maybe pop that wall into office a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I would agree.
You know, and then you can still just play out from there. Yes, you do get a slightly smaller breach to play through, but I still would prefer the Ace over the Thermite in this situation. On the side of the Mavericks, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Agreed.
You know, bringing out the Wamai instead of the Azami, well, there's no Azami to bring anymore, is a very good adaptation with his little magnetic pancakes to clear out some utility from the side of Tarleton.
I mean, I kind of remember from the first round, the use of throwables from Tarleton was exponential,
yes.
Trying to make their way onto the site. So this Wamai is honestly a really good pick, as Hank playing new balcony just whiffs.
Very cheeky angle. He was a little bit late on his, what I would only call a pre-fire there, from the side of Hank, but it was absolutely worth taking that chance to get that kill. As Tarleton here try and push in, trying to clear out the spots that they need to. I believe Drop should be sitting in the same place. Actually, no, they're not playing Mezzanine here without the Azami, which is pretty fair, to be honest. As Tarleton just get Library and Mezzanine for free here, as you do have Palmy just trying to watch this angle on the Wamai with the MP5, trying to get a sneaky kill or two. As you do see all the players there from the side of Tarleton. They do manage to get main breach open. So we see what the Mavericks can do. They all push off site to try and hold some safer angles here. Hank does have his C4 out. He used it. He didn't find anyone.
Oh.
Hank should not have been allowed to peek that.
Oh. Dude, it's so scary. He saw him. And I don't think Hank has an option here. That's
that
the
was
frag.
so close. The frag comes in, doesn't manage to find him. He peeks out as PKE takes him out, watching that angle. You do have Palmy trying to watch that new bulk there. Ved is getting the defuse down, though, on default through that main breach. Impact goes out. I don't think it found anyone there. Now we'll see how the Mavericks can play this post-plant.
They have a lot of guys here there, Jordan, and it's going to be really tough. The Tachanka goes. PKE falls. Legacy as well. It is a double kill for PKE. Looking to find another option here as Show takes him down. Sync, all in all, it comes down to Legacy and the skill to pay the bills with his old man as he swings the corner as Tarleton finds their round.
I just want to point this out here. This Buck is running iron sights.
W.
I mean, not Bug. Blackbeard running Iron Sight. Also, I just want to. Mavericks have a bit of a trend that we've noticed over the last few rounds. Is over the last couple of weeks, they usually lose third round.
Interesting.
Usually lose third round. They'll close out game 7-1 because they'll lose third round.
Oh.
But they win the rest of them.
Then they just throw it. Then they just figure out the rest of it.
Exactly. Now they've lost fourth round. Right.
Right.
We should win every single game from this point. Every single round from this point.
Right. As we say, fingers crossed, knock on wood. If things go all according to plan.
Yes, but I do want to say that was a very well played out round from Tarleton. They adapted slightly from losing that first round. The Mavericks weren't able to have the pressure that they would usually want to on that bomb site and just made it a little bit stronger. Push there from the side of Tarleton. But we are going back downstairs here. Hank is bringing out the Valkyrie. And Bohannan is bringing out the Thatcher once again. And we still don't have any breach denial.
I mean, with the breach denial, I mean, I understand and I can see it. But thinking about it from the side of Maverick Esports, and I mean, really, honestly, thinking about this from the side of Tarleton is that they're probably just playing Thatcher for the gun.
They might, but then again, why not bring floors? Because
understandable.
Then you can clear out Legacy's, Malusi. I don't know exactly what they're called.
Sounded barbed wire.
Yeah, the sounded barbed
microwaves
there. And then you can also just use the drones on floors to clear out the Aruni gates that Palmy puts down, and just be a little bit of an extra nuisance. You know, clear out any shields. And then you still get the same gun. So
fair.
I feel like that might be a bit more of a worthwhile pick, as Palmy is sitting up here. Same spot on the Azami. Same spot on the Aruni that he was playing on Azami.
Right. Oh, he saw the peak, and there's nobody there as he is able to find the swing back. That Lion pushing through front door, that is Tarleton. I feel like I got to enunciate that name relatively well so I don't make a mistake, but it looks like they are going to be able to push this, the main garage wall, as they're opting to not clear the third floor.
Yeah, I mean, this happened last round as well. Last time we came up to the site, Hank just got to spend pretty much the entire time on the top floor and just have his free roam. That is a disgusting angle from Palmy. I love it. Oh, he sees the head there, but not able to connect.
We're so close, he hits him.
He does hit him. He gets some good damage there onto Bohannan as PKE just takes out Hank and Ved takes out Sho. And there's Palmy getting that kill onto Bohannan as they do get defused down, but Drop does manage to take out Ved.
Is going to be close. They are going to look it out from the bomb from the outside, and it seems as though that bomb has been planted on default. PKE is Drop deciding to stop and to not hold it, and that is TS taking another round.
Very decisive, very well played there. A little bit of misplay from the Mavericks there, not quite holding, not quite being where they should be, and you know, just being caught a little bit unawares. But again, great adaptation there from the side of Tarleton to close out the weaknesses that they had the previous time on that bomb site. We are going straight back down to Wine and Snowmobile, which I actually kind of agree with.
I mean, I agree with it too here, Jordan. I mean, thinking about it logistically, you have a higher chance of taking the site, even though you've already lost it. You can play it again. You can try a different strategy. We talked about the Vigil during the pregame, and we do see Hank on the Vigil and Drop on the two brow with a little bit more of a wall denial as Ved and Sync maybe looking for the Zofia again. That Zofia just been kind of a thorn in their side, while Tarleton opting to potentially switch to the Dokebi instead.
I agree with that a lot, because the thing with line is your counter to line is standing still.
Right.
And that can be great because you can just stand still and no one knows where you are.
Yep.
Yes, at some point you do have to move, but it's also, it's what, a 3-second scan where you're standing still. You can still shoot, you can still fight, and if someone peeks you, you can still move and get that and get the kill. So it is better, I think, to switch off to that Dokkaebi, because the counter to that is pressing 5 for a very long period of time, and there's not much that you can do about it. I do like Hank, though, bringing in that Vigil, creating a little bit extra nuisance, and that SMG-12 just does so much damage there. Show bringing out the Smunk again on basement is nice because then you can just, if they do get breach open, you can just be annoying and just delay that push into it.
I mean, delaying a push, especially using the smoke, the smokes on I believe last for I think it's 17 seconds.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Sounds about right.
It's relatively long. Second longest in the game next to Tachanka, which is surprisingly enough. A also scary operator as the first call comes through. I'm sorry, lady. I don't know what your number is. Get away from me.
Exactly. Hank is droned out. They do know exactly what it is. He is rocking the Boss G here, so he's looking for some quick shots from this double barrel shotgun here. He is being a little bit annoying. They do still have to clear him out. As it is, there are 2 players on the top floor trying to do that as Palmy is firing off a lot of rounds somewhere. Oh, that was so close there. It would be interesting if this was Boshi versus Boshi, but unfortunately is not, as Palmy gets dropped there by Ved. He is not having the best game so far.
He really hasn't. Palmy getting taken down at each gunfight. It's seeming that he can't find a... He just can't seem to find a way in, and looks like we might be seeing a cellar push here. The, pardon me, the Thatcher nade coming in, and that is spotted on a nade. That is white stairs there for, oh my goodness. I think PKE might be finding Bahananan able to find Hank.
Yeah, Hank just a little bit unsuccessful there. PKA taking out Legacy there and getting that swing back onto Show. That is a bit of a misplay from Show as Sync just takes out Drop for a flawless round from Tarleton. This is the close game that we were expecting here tonight. I wasn't expecting it to be this close, but that is SEIGE.
It's SEIGE, and it's especially what we're ready for, and we're going to go back into the bands as it is tied at 3-3. Coming into Chalet, round number 7, and I don't really know. It's tough.
I think we're going to see the exact same 4 bands. Actually, no, they're getting an ace band this time, which I very much agree with. Get rid of the hard breacher so you can bring your breach denial and close off their options of what they can do. Ram, Kaid ban again. I agree a lot with the bans here from the side of Tarleton. The ace, like I said, just bring that extra safety there for some breaches. That's just extremely annoying to work with. The Kaid ban, the mirror bans, those are standard. You're expecting to see those in a lot of maps in rotation these days. The Ram, on a few maps, this is one of them where I can very much understand a Ram ban. But they are starting off down in cellar and garage.
Very interesting.
It is a bit of an interesting start here. Not usually what you would see on Chalet. And you can see here a very different site setup, making sure all walls there in cellar are reinforced instead of just one, so you can play through them. But you see Drop here swapping onto the Thermite and Hank bringing out that Dokkaebi. Palmy switching off the Ash for a no. Everyone except Legacy swapping operators here, as you do see Show bringing out that Capital. But Hananan is bringing back the Bandit, so we might get to see some sneaky Bandit trekking here. But I don't know if anyone on the side of Mavericks bring out EMPs? I think Legacy can.
Legacy might, but he opts for hard breach instead, making his way towards the backyard into the secondary office. There is somebody there, surprisingly, to be fair, making a smaller push as he just kind of waits. And I mean, thinking about it here, Jordan, you have to push. You know, you got 2 ways. You can either take the garage push, playing from Snowmobile, or you can play the secondary garage, the larger one, hosting the 2 cars from the bottom side. But that is the Dokkaebi call, and that could be an option here for Maverick Esports as they've opting to make a hole in the kitchen.
Make a hole in the kitchen. Good, nice sightline there. Few shots through the wall. Tagged up Sync. Show falling to Sync, though. That is very unfortunate. That is not what you'd expect to see from Show. That is a very good kill for the side of Tarleton, and not what you want to see for the Mavericks, because now you lose a lot of extra breach power, as I think Castle just dropped through that hatch there in kitchen.
I think so.
It's dining. Sorry.
No, yeah, you're fine. I mean, it might just be a little bit scary as they're now forced to play into kind of a scarier positions as Hank already downstairs and sidewall already picked, but they seem to be opting for Legacy to use the hard breach as the castle gets popped, and it looks like it might just be the denial here for Tarleton as Maverick Esports have located the bomb sites.
Yeah, we've got the bomb sites. We do still have 4 players alive. They do have their 5, but it is now down to gun skill and execution as we try and get this push here. There is a mute jammer on the wall that they're trying to close out to get that breach onto that side wall. And we'll see if the Mavericks can push in through that.
He is on the ping here, Jordan, and Hank just kind of waiting patiently, waiting for this mute to make an option, but Drop does have an angle on him. They know where he is, opting to smoke. Could go for a smoke plant here inside the cellar.
Could go for a smoke plant. Oh, no, but he takes the peek through the smoke. Brilliantly played there by Drop. Now he should be safe to get the plant down with the coverage from his team. Logic Bomb coming out for the second time. Beautifully done. Drop gets a second, though. And that is why you bring that Dokkaebi, just so you know where they are. Sync does manage to take down Drop through the hatch. Schlitten takes down Palmy on site. Now it's just down to Hank.
Hank sees him.
He sees him. He gets that one. It's now Hank in a 2v1, and he's unable to close out that round.
Oh, and it's so hard, and it's kind of a heartbreaker. We saw it. It was 3-1 going into the second half of it. It is now 4-3. Tarleton lead.
Tarleton taking the lead there. They played that defense really, really well, getting that early pick onto show. The Mavericks did come back, though, and Drop getting 2 massive kills there, faking the plant for that first round try. They're going into bar gaming.
Oh, my. We're gaming a little bit.
That is interesting because this is one of the weirdest bomb sites to defend on Chalet. And usually not seen.
Not seen very much. Honestly, I don't even think it's played in pro play at all. Because like you have 2 sites that are split between one big soft wall, and you have 4 other doors to deal with coming from both sides. You also have to deal with the soft floor above you, and that is, you know, if you bring RAM, especially in this kind of scenario, both of these sites can get opened up like a can of worms.
Exactly. You just bring around, you peek through, you have someone watching through the doorways. You get so much vision onto this site, and it becomes so hard to play it. As you can see here, starting off this round, Tarleton does have a sum total of 0 players on site. Everyone is playing off site here. Show bringing out the Blackbeard, and he's playing Irons as well.
I mean, I really like the Iron Sight here for the Blackbeard. It does speed up your ADS timing by 0.4 seconds.
Yes, and when you're playing Blackbeard, that's very important.
I mean, it's super, super important. Being able to just kind of quickly flick to your opponents in the blink of an eye as we are pushing top second floor library, and in comes the Blackbeard.
Yeah, Show pushing in here. He does see one. They do get some damage down onto Sync there, popping that wall open. Throwing a cheeky nade out, hoping to get some damage. As downed there was Sync, as Show finishes him off. Just throwing some nades to push out the Sazami. Does get some damage down, does manage to finish him off. And Legacy getting a peek there onto Schlitten. We've already got the hatch open, folks, as we're looking into that little half-wall storage area from there. And it is a 2v5 here from the side of Tarleton. This is why you don't see this bomb site.
No, this is what. Yeah, this is exactly why you don't see it, because it's you pick it and you slowly crumple, and then you start to fall apart in the blink of an eye. And it seems as though Drop is just ready to push. And now Bahananan able to pick up a kill. He is spotted on it, and he does get taken down. That is going to be Bahananan taking down Drop, a double kill, a now 3v2.
Yeah, very good from Bahananan, just having a cheeky little roam there. You wouldn't expect someone to still be roaming that far off site. As Hank is in there, he is getting the defuse down. They are going to hear this.
The timing, oh my God.
The timing, okay. Palmy almost threw that round there. Once again, as he just peeked, just got off. That was siege timing, as the only way to describe that. But very good round there from the Mavericks, getting that pressure in very early on with that Blackbeard, getting 2 quick kills. Tarleton almost bringing it back, but the Mavericks able to close out that round with a very good defuse and very good coverage from the Mavericks there.
I mean, I really like it. You know, just how Show, and you know, you play a shield up. You're supposed to take space. Guess what Show did in that round? Took space, got 2 kills, cleaned it up, made it a 5v2 very quickly. But no, we are going to go back upstairs to master bedroom office, and I think about it, you know, Bahananan on the Aruni, Ved playing the Warden. I do like how they are running the Tubarao for denial, and Drop opting to go for the Thermite, not going to play the safe style breach.
Not going for the Hibana here on this side, which is a little bit understandable because you want something that you don't have to vault through. You can just run through here without wasting too much of. Well, you need all of Hibana's charges to get a walkable breach through here. Palmy bringing out the Gridlock just for some nice roam denial, and then they can chuck them in the back of sight so they can get a safe defuse on. As Show bringing that Blackbeard once again, just looking to take space. And Schlitten bringing in the Valkyrie just for some extra information here. The Tarleton Observer has unfortunately left the chat.
Oh, rip.
Rip for them. We'll see if he can join back in at some point. They are bringing in the castle, still on sync, and I like the castle pick. It's nice, but they feel almost crutching off of it.
Right. Almost kind of forced, almost.
Yeah. As you do have Dokkaebi still on the Dokkaebi for Hank, getting that Logi Bomb as he gets that push in, so Show can just run in and knows where everyone is without having to check every single corner.
You're right. And now, thinking about it, lots of ways to push onto the main breach wall. And now, looking at it, Legacy looking to find an option, and that is Palmy on the Gridlock. I'm just noticing now.
Yeah, Palmy getting that Gridlock, getting that roam shutdown. There is one player on the side of Tarleton that is roaming on the bottom there. I think that is Sync on his castle. As you do see the turbo there blocking the Thermite charge as Zofia just blows that wall, so you just get some extra safety, and needing to blow the other one, just deciding to punch it out as PKE takes out Hank the Tank on that Turbrow, just getting peeked through. I'm not exactly sure where, but it's unfortunate that he did die there.
You're right, and now looking at Legacy, as he does see an option, he does see the Warden, he does have a better gun.
He manages to get that headshot. Well played.
Whoa, man, he almost finds Sync, but Sync winning in the gunfight, and it is just bodies. Falling Show, finding a frag on Nade. Shout out to Kobe. Oh, my Atlanta. It is now down to the 1v3, and Palmy hasn't been playing that well, but we might just see it here, Jordan. The clutch situation.
Yeah, he does have Diffuser, which is very good for him. And Palmy does not get his peek off Bahana, closing out that round. And can someone clip that, please, and send it to Palmy?
Oh, no.
Just for the Discord there. Unfortunate round there from the Mavericks. Schlitten on a very good roam there with the Valkyrie getting some kills. Rip to as he leaves again. Tarleton, I'm sorry for your stream.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But hey, you can send them on over to us. We can show them what's happening here. We are all fair and square. Blackbeard or Rooney bands do not surprise me at all. Show on that Blackbeard is doing a very, very good job, and that Aruni's just annoying.
I mean, he's putting in that work, and you're right. Aruni, just super annoying, having to deal with the Kiba barriers and having to deal with, you know, just everything that character brings to the table, especially on a defensive side. Rocking a DMR on defense is, I've said it for years, it's criminal.
It's criminal, and it still has the ACOG, which makes it even more criminal, considering that she is one of the few defenders that still gets to run an ACOG here. But you do see Hank bringing out the Montaigne. He is bringing out the chunky Frenchman. Hank loves his shields. He's really good on his shields.
Yes, he is.
Show was going to play Blitz, but he's swapping off that for the Capital. We don't need a double shield rush here, as Palmy deciding to bring out the Dokkaebi this time. Again, bringing out the castle here.
Yeah, you're right. The castle, you know, they seem to go for it when they're looking to try and find that X Factor pick. And it's something that we've seen throughout the rounds is they go back to castle and they seem to win those rounds. But hopefully we see some good adaptations for Maverick Esports. But it seems as though with just how things are, it might just be Tarleton's game right now.
Yeah, it might just be. We'll see what the Mavericks can do here. They do have the EMPs here, so they are looking to get. Bandit is standing next to that wall trying to get the breach in. Trying to trick it. We'll see if he can actually get it off.
Good, really close.
We'll see if... I don't think so. Breach is open. There we go. And you do have Montaigne. This is why you bring him. He can stand there, and he is a camera.
He can just look. He can look at you and take space. Think of it like, I know there's a lot of Overwatch players in our chat. Think of it like a big Reinhardt that doesn't have a shield that goes away.
Exactly. Or even just Hamster.
Yeah.
Even just the Hamster, the Wrecking Ball just coming in, smoking aside. Bohannan does get a Nitro Cell there onto Hank the Tank. Logic Bomb going out as Defuser is going down. But Ved with another Nitro Cell taking out Show. And that is defused down inside. And the Mavericks just trying to claw back here as Legacy gets taken out by Sync. Drop almost got picked off there, looking the wrong way through main breach.
Palmy, he does have an option, is not spotted on the camera. Tries to find a headshot, but he can't as they retreat back down. 1:27 left here, Jordan, and it seems as though that Tarleton may have found the weakness on the side of Maverick Esports.
They might just have another Logic Bomb coming out here from the side of Palmy just to figure out where anyone is as he tries to push down Fireplace Stairs here. Drop looking to go around and peek probably back through breach or pushing. Actually, no, he'll be pushing around through back of sight.
Back of sight, minute left, and it seems that it's going to be a really scary drop. Not even in the building yet, and it's only a minute left. You got to find your way in there, man.
He has got to find. Palmy does have a sight here. He is just being around, being annoying as Ved takes his head off on that mute. Tarleton here doing a fantastic job at just keeping the Mavericks out of sight, and Drop is just going to sit here in bar stock, waiting for them to push into him. There's not much that he can do here in a 4v1 on Thermite. He has no nades. He does have one exothermic charge, but there's just nothing more.
Not much he can do. 10 seconds left as the round is going to go down, and Tarleton is not going to get antsy as they will take map number 1 in a nail biter of a scene.
Yeah, that was very, very well played there from the side of Tarleton. The Nitro Cells there coming in absolute clutch.
You're right, and I lied. Map is not over yet.
Map is not over yet. We are on match point. Although Tarleton is looking very clean to clutch it out as they decide to go back to Bar Gaming. The only bomb site that they have lost so far, as you can see, 11 kills up there on Sync, 10 on PKE, only Show on 10. Palmy not getting the impact that he needs to be having in this game. Legacy just trying there on 7 kills, doing everything he can over there, just seeing what he can do. Hopefully we can get something. Just a timeout here from the Mavericks to talk about strats, get everyone calm down in the same page. We have to push the envelope here. We have to be winning. We can't lose.
No, and we can't even risk going down a map, especially in a series like this. So taking a timeout here, I actually really agree with. Though thinking about it, you know, put yourself in where Drop Shoes is, right? My poor man is 3-9. He's not having the best night, which is super, super unfortunate. And, you know, it happens. You're a gamer. You can't play perfect every single night. But the timeout is done, maybe, take a second, maybe take a minute, talk to Drop, say, hey, it's okay, reset that mental, reset it, and you can find yourself in a better spot mentally going into these next few rounds.
I mean, the one thing with Drop is he shouldn't have to frag out.
Oh, 100%.
In these games, he shouldn't have to be fragging out because the rest of the team usually brings it there. Swapping off that Thermite to bring the Grim, get those little bee swarms to have a little bit of extra lockdown there for any roams. Show bringing in the Blitz this time as Palmy is bringing in his Twitch that we want to see him on. But Hananan actually taking the castle this time, not Sync as he opts for the Where My Vets, bringing out that mute once again. Shooting on the Malusi and PKE on the Azami here. Pretty standard ops in terms of it. The castle crutch is, it's not something an operator you expect to see this much on Chalet. And they're playing it really, really well, which is the worrying part.
I mean, and that's the scariest thing. Knowing that you have someone who knows how to play that operator, especially at a skill level that they are playing him right now, is really, really scary. And Show waiting on this Blitz to make a move, to make a push, looking to make it happen. And there goes Palmy with the Twitch, makes his way in, and interesting shots there from, I'm not sure who that was.
But yeah, it's just someone trying to get some damage through the soft wall. Show running in with that Blitz, trying to clear space. They don't have anyone really to stop him here with that Aruni being banned. They are throwing out the impact to try and get some damage onto him, but nothing doing at the moment.
Not at the moment, though. Knows he's got a ping, and here comes Show. Looking for a man. Schlitten, he does get blinded. He doesn't find it, but he does. Never mind. Show clears it up and cleans him down. Schlitten falls to the man, the myth, the legend, the Blitzkrieg. That is Blitz.
Yes, he does fall to Blitz. You do have that Where Am I playing on mezzanine. They do know Azami is up there on main stairs. They do have another person playing there on main. Sync just goes in, takes out Legacy there. Brilliantly done as Show's just trying to push the envelope, but they do get the down on Palmy there. Very well played on for that as Show finishes it off, and they just get to push in from top here. It is a even 3v3, but Show does still have his Blitz. He does still have his charges.
You're right. Charges still in hand, and just a quick little reload as we do find the bomb sites here for Maverick Esports. It seems as though that Tarleton has made their way back down to site and maybe play a little bit of anchor.
Yeah, they're just trying to anchor down onto site, be a little bit safe here, as you do have Show drop in with that drone. Finds one, can see that opening there onto Kitchen, doesn't see the third playing the Azami there, playing back of site. They do know Mute is in bar stock though. And there we go, there he sees the Azami this time. They know where everyone is playing from. They know what they can do.
I'm hoping they can and find these adaptations. Throwing the smoke grenade here comes Show. Finds his way to connector. That's a big double kill for Show. And looking for another bomb. Does have it in his hand. Could go to plant the diffuser here, Jordan. Only 13 seconds left.
Only 13 seconds left. Handing the diffuser off to Palmy.
No way.
PKE, though, does get the kill onto it. And Palmy gets PKE. What a brilliant clutch last 15 seconds there from that round of the Mavericks. Palmy getting off defuse at just the right moment to get that kill onto the Azami as she pushes up and keeping this game alive.
I couldn't believe it. The game is still around and the game is still in the hands of Tarleton currently, but Maverick Esports clawing their way, saying, hold the phone here, chat room. We are not done yet.
No, we are not done yet. There is still life in this team as we head up to master bedroom and office once again. Bringing out the Fenrir here from Bohananan. Not an operator we get to see a hell of a lot these days, but still extremely annoying when played really well.
Well, right, and thinking about it, playing master bedroom office, the way how Fenrir kind of stops the attackers from taking space, using the near sight.
Yes.
Is so smart because the corridors, the hallways are super, super tight. You can't push a way in when the Fenrir is just watching it.
Exactly, and you still get some really long sight lines in this map. that when you're trying to, like, you put a Fenrir canister on the wall there onto New Belt, and you can't get sightline into bedroom.
Right.
You know, it just creates these nice little pockets of vision that you can hide in. Well, hide the attackers in. So they are completely blind to all that surrounds them. But Palmy is back on his Twitch. With that drone, you can see they're flying around on the map, trying to maybe get some util, get off some of those Fenrir gadgets. Because they are bringing out that castle once again, as Sho is just deciding to punch his way into Monster Bedroom.
I mean, when in doubt, bring the hands to a gunfight. And it seems though that Hank on the Rara is a great pick, honestly.
Yeah, I like to see that nice little adaptation here. Some beautiful safety on that Rara, just post-plant, just to get close off site a little bit. They can push through. If they get control of New Bulk, you can throw Rara down onto Piano, and then you have pretty much control of site. Then the only way to push through. As Drop team kills Palmy.
No way. That actually hurts us so bad. Hank with another kill. Rip the spectator for Tarleton once again. And it's a disaster.
It's a disaster. That is a lot lost. That is a big, big mistake there from the Mavericks that you shouldn't see from players of this caliber. It does usually happen every now and then, but the Mavericks there do manage to even it out, getting that kill onto Bahananan as they push into site here. There is that Valkyrie on Schlitten still roaming down in the basement there as Drop needs just washes out. He is now technically 4 and 10. I just want to say, as he gets hit there by Schlitten, and this is just a 4v3. No claymores here from Legacy, bringing in the hard breaches instead, so you can't claymore off that staircase. Is now just up to Sho, Hank, and Legacy. They are doing really well as Schlitten takes out Hank the tank. That Valkyrie being extremely annoying. They do have sight though, as Ved throws in that C4, does manage to get the kill as Sho tries to push in and gets taken out by PKE. And that is map 1 to Tarleton.
Tarleton playing some textbook Siege, ladies and gentlemen. We saw it there, the use of the nitrocell through the smokes, through the flashes. It's a great map for Tarleton, and if you're Maverick Esports, it's time to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, we had our moments there. Going 3-3 in the half wasn't the worst. Tarleton played really well those that second half of their attacking rounds, and the Mavericks just falling apart a little bit on attack there on Chalet, which is not something you would expect to see. But Clubhouse is next, ladies and gentlemen, and that is the Mavericks map. We are looking for them to come back from a heartbreaking defeat there, 7-5 on Chalet. Very close scoreline, but we're hoping to see. There's still life in these Mavericks. You saw that in even the dying moments of the rounds there on Chalet. But we are hoping to bounce back.
I mean, hoping to bounce back and make it happen here as we make our way to the Clubhouse, ladies and gentlemen. But we are going to take a short break, get ourselves reset here at the caster desk. Make sure, our production team, they need to go use the restroom, all that fun stuff. We will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Give us just a few.
Hi, I'm Shakira Firo. My major is psychology. I play Call of Duty, and my gamer tag is Firos. I won the esports scholarship last year, but technically it's being applied to this school year. When I found out that I got the scholarship, I was so excited. I immediately called my parents, and I was just overjoyed. The scholarship helped me a lot. Last year, I had to take a loan out, but this year I didn't have to take a loan out for school. I was less stressed this year thinking about having to pay for school because Last year, my loans were so expensive, and it just feels like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders after getting the scholarship. When I was starting as a freshman, I found out about esports, and it was a little too late for me to try out. So in the winter, I tried out, and I got on this team, but it didn't really work out. So this fall, I tried out again, and I was very happy to be part of the Call of Duty esports team. And last Wednesday, we just had a match, and we won. If you want to apply for the $2,000 esports scholarship, all you have to do is be a freshman and be part of a varsity team. And you can apply for the scholarship February 2025. We are Maverick Esports.
Hey Matt fam, welcome to Minnesota State University Mankato Esports. My name is Ayush and today we're talking about Rocket League on 101 series. Rocket League is basically like soccer, but with rocket power cars. Two teams face off in high-speed arenas, boosting, flipping, and flying to score before the clock runs out. What makes Rocket League so special is the mix of driving, flying, and teamwork. Players boost through the air, pull off insane aerials, and make clutch saves that makes fans go off of their seats. Every moment is the test of skill, timing, and creativity. Rocket League is basically pure non-stop excitement. Intense goals, last-second saves, unbelievable highlight plays. One moment the ball is bouncing near your goal, the next moment you're pulling off the buzzer beater to win it all, making Rocket League one of the most electrifying esports to watch and play. It's fast, it's flashy, and it's unpredictable. This is Rocket League, where skill meets style and every second counts.
Welcome to the Gaming and Esports facility at Minnesota State University Mankato. Located in the lower level of Wisink Hall, this space encompasses over 4,600 square feet. The equipment here is cutting edge, featuring PCs with top-of-the-line AMD CPUs and NVIDIA GPUs, Logitech Pro peripherals, and Zowie monitors. This space supports everything from varsity esports and LAN events to casual gaming and student-run clubs. We play hard and work hard, providing students the opportunity to build skills, find community, make friends, gain leadership experience, and more through student involvement, volunteer and employment opportunities, and varsity teams. At the heart of our facility is the Gaming and Esports Lounge. This ultimate hangout space is open to all students and has tons of comfortable and flexible seating options. Students gather here to collaborate, study, game, and relax. It serves as an event space and a hub for student-run clubs to meet. Next to the lounge is the open play area. This space is available for all Minnesota State Mankato students to game at no cost, equipped with PCs capable of supporting all the latest games. Adjacent to the lounge is the esports competition stage. This is a dedicated space for esports matches outfitted with state-of-the-art machines for high-intensity competition. This room is capable of hosting online and in-person LAN events, complete with a functional garage door and audience seating that allows spectators to be a part of the action. Behind the competition stage is the broadcast studio, a cutting-edge space designed to deliver top-tier live streams run by specialized student teams. High-definition cameras, custom lighting, and green screen capabilities create an immersive viewing experience. The control room is equipped with the latest technology for seamless broadcasting and real-time graphics integration. The final area in our space is the Varsity Esports Training Facility. This is an exclusive for varsity teams and coaches to practice, train, and review VODs between matches. It features the same high-quality machines and peripherals as the competition stage, ensuring the best experience for players.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Minnesota State Maverick Esports. I am still Durr Kitty, legally known as Jordan, and I am still joined by Hammerlack, and this is still a Rainbow Six Siege team, and we are still both drinking GPC products because they are fantastic. I have myself a lovely little Pepsi Zero, just because I like the extra little bit of taste that we get. Ham has his Rockstars. I have one sitting in the fridge at home, saving it for a rainy day where I don't go to bed.
You know, that's a fair point. You know, it's great for those late night study sessions along with your late night gaming sessions as well. I know I keep a Rockstar with me just about at any moment, whether I be working or whether I be behind the computer doing a little bit of work, making sure that we got these maps and these games underway, and looking at it here as we transition to our operator scene as we go to gym bedroom, ladies and gentlemen, here on the clubhouse. It is Castle yet again from the side of Tarleton, and it seems as though that the Castle is their X Factor pick.
Yeah, the Castle does seem to be something they are featuring every single, well, hopefully not too much. I don't think Castle is anything worse going down into basement Church Arsenal, to be honest. That would be a very interesting play from them. But we do get otherwise pretty standard picture from both sides. Show bringing out the striker just for that extra little bit of util that you would need on some of these maps. But this is Clubhouse. We are the Mavericks, and this is our map pick. This is our map. We are expecting to win this one. Chalet was picked by Tarleton, and it was a very, very close game.
Yeah.
We are hoping for something even better here with the Mavericks coming out on top. And we do see, as always, on Clubhouse, that extended hold out into CCTV cache.
I mean, I actually really like that, looking for that extended hold. I mean, it creates that next level of space that Tarleton might just be looking for coming into it. As you see the Bandit holding main balk, that main wall you're looking for to go in, maybe potentially go push through the bathroom. But you got to be careful as Sink takes down Hank, and you know, we talked about it during the break, the mentality coming into game number 2 on Clubhouse, and how Hank was having a tough time regathering that mental state, and now being the first to pick to go down in round number 1 here on Clubhouse. That's gotta be a nail biter.
Yeah, Hank was not in the best of moods after the end of the game, and Schlitten picks off Legacy from Blue there. Actually doing great work on that Valkyrie and forcing the Mavericks to send a player down to look for her.
I mean, it's scary knowing that Valkyrie is playing that bottom side and might potentially be looking to get that run away. I mean, I really do like the striker pick for show. You said, you know, bring some extra utility. You are able to bring double gadget. It's probably my favorite thing about him. And he is allowed to have that ACOG on that M4. And that is just a scary sight to see.
Yeah, no, that M4 is a fantastic gun. Even earlier today, Show, brilliant peek there, looking at the feet, flicks up to the head, gets rid of Schlitten, trades one back as he immediately pushes up red stairs there as PKE takes out Drop. Show using those hard breaching charges just to get a little bit extra vision as he does throw in the nade, misses onto that Jaeger as they just unload both of their magazines as Palmy comes here to support.
It's close here, though. Show looking for an option here to take down the Jaeger that is stuck in cache. And the Castle barricade continues to be the thorn, the X factor here for Tarleton. And now, got to take a melee, take out that motion detector. The Jaeger is able to push his way back and no longer needing to challenge.
Yeah, he doesn't need to challenge. There's only 2 players alive. They know exactly where his Jaeger, though, still standing up there on the desk, it seems, as they do have that nice long hold into construction there. Maybe Hank needs to bring back his Ash here just to help deal with those castle barricades. And oh
my God, it's so close
barely
here.
Missing there from there, and Bahananan on that castle, just closing out that round. The guys were saying it during the break there that they need to slow it down a little bit, and that did not look like that.
No, the pacing, the rhythm, the timing all comes in together, and there's a word that I found there, Jordan, that kind of describes all of it. It is the cadence.
Yes.
Of everything and how they're able to kind of push that rhythm And it seemed as though that, you said, we got to slow it down. You got to slow down that pace. It seemed as though they went into that round in a full sprint.
Yeah, they rushed into that pretty quickly, trying to get some early momentum down. Hopefully they do slow it down here. We are going down into Church and Arsenal. We are not seeing Castle, but we are seeing Scopos here from Schlitten, which is quite an interesting but rather good pick, because you can get those nice cheeky roams and have a little bit of safety getting back onto site.
I mean, just a little bit of safety, and you do have that ability to play the double robot, which is scary enough as it is. Knowing that you have an option, and I've done a couple of strats involving Scopos, where you sit behind the Scopos wall and force a really, really uncomfortable angle for an attacker.
Yeah. It is really hard there to play against Scopos in some situations when played very well. Sure, bringing out the sense here, just getting that sight denial there, line of sight denial with his smoke walls, and Hank bringing in that IQ, which I do quite like to see, just being able to get that little bit of extra information and tracking where things are, because there are quite a lot of gadgets on the side of Tarleton here.
Actually, I really agree with the IQ pick. Knowing that they do have the Thorn, the Malusi, and the Aruni as well, you can spot all of them. And honestly, they're all place, set, and forget kind of operators. You have the ability to see what they have on the map relatively quick. And this IQ from Hank, super, super smart, as they find that construction is open.
Yeah, they have that construction breach. I believe that was a legacy with some little those small chargers that you can bring in with that Zofia that he's loving to bring. Scopus is sitting up there in bedroom, it seems, just with a nice little cheeky roam, being annoying as Legacy drops onto the stairs there to try and maybe clear her out.
You're right, Sho here sitting on central stairs, gonna make his way down, and I really like Sen's in this pick, where he's allowed to kind of play as he finds the roamer. It's Sho. That's another one, and that's a great pick. Able to use the explosive device there, making his way towards the hatch on the main side, leading towards Armory, and this might just be really scary here, Jordan.
Yeah, it might just be. Scopus is still upstairs on that third floor. The Mavericks have not cleared her out, but she can get back down onto site if she needs to, as you do have that IQ there. Brilliant line of sight, just getting everything, bringing in the LMG, as he's just trying to challenge her through hatch.
I mean, it looks really close here. Yeah, challenge her through that hatch, and that's Hank holding a really, really tight angle, but it's going to be so difficult to find that angle when you need it. 2 nades still left. Legacy on the drone as he makes his way. Schlitten's able to take down drop, and that Scopos that is continuing to play that upper level.
Yeah, that's Scopos being a very big problem. Schlitten doing really good on the roams as the Mavericks try and just push onto site here. Palmy, though, does take up a hand-in-hand on that Twitch with his 417, as you do see the sense walls being pushed out here to try and get on site. Sho does manage to get on and is looking to get the diffuser down. They do know where at least one player is on the side of Tarleton.
Right, and Sho now getting the diffuser down. That's a double kill for Palmy. That's really huge here, actually. 43 seconds, Legacy with another great kill. Schlitten makes his way down using the Scopos, and he is sitting on top of Kitchen, and he does have the switch to the other robot.
Yeah, he gets back down onto site. Is a 1v3 situation as the Mavericks have all the angles here cleared, as almost picks off Legacy there on the stairs. And she's just very hard to come back here. She's just getting chipped out by the Mavericks, and Palmy finishes out that round. That is what we want to see from the Mavericks. Clean, clinical play.
I mean, it's good. You love to see the fundamentals come out here, especially on the post-plant scenario. Having all of the angles, you have 3 players left. You're going to hold 3 angles. It's the best part about it, and it's my favorite thing about Siege, is the patient play. The ability to just kind of wait and hold your sight line, wait for them to run into you. And we saw it just about. Hank hovered the Ash, going to the buck instead.
There he is.
Jordan.
He's back on his Ash. They are back in CCTV cache. Hank's Ash is beautiful. Oh, he's swapping off to the IQ here. We'll see if the Ash comes back. But Ash is one of those characters that the first time we had Siege on stream and you and I were casting, Hank played that so brilliantly well. And it is one of the picks that we love to see him as he brings that Ash back as they realize that there is a castle in the game and you need to get rid of those barricades. But one thing, bringing back what you said, cadence and fundamentals. One of the things that we waxed lyrical on the Mavericks the first time we had them on stream was the checklist.
Naturally.
They went through A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and they won.
Yes.
Exactly. And that is what we need to see once again from the Mavericks, is just getting through that checklist, making sure they're doing their due diligence and clearing out what they need to do. Clubhouse is a map that they play a lot. It is our best map. Probably actually our best map, Clubhouse or Bank, weirdly enough, for the Mavericks. But it's something that we can play really well, and they know what needs to get done, as they do have all the castle barricades downstairs to try and keep this castle as safe as possible.
And it's very interesting playing below the site, knowing that the castle is there, but Palmy on the Rara, the counter, just direct counter to castle, to be completely fair, has found an option and show on this Capitao. Could find his way into garage relatively closely, but you got to be very, very careful. Sync on that Aruni, or on the Azami, pardon me, is definitely a sight to behold as Bahananan goes down. As Hank the Tank on that Ash says, hold on, give me that Ash, as he finds the first kill.
Yeah, Hank doing exactly what you need him to do, using the EMPs there to clear out any ADSs that might be on there, as Sho gets that peak round onto the Azami and takes garage. Very, very well done from the Mavericks there as they push up onto the side. And Sho gets a brilliant double kill there onto PKE, trying to look through a cheeky little hole there in Cash Room.
I can't believe he's able to find that shot and find the landing spot for it, as Drop goes for a smoke plant directly on a default. Ved takes down Sho. An X Factor player comes down as Ved with another one using the Nitro Cell. He has become online. My man is activated. Jaeger running outstairs. That's the triple kill for Ved.
Yes, Ved, even last map, using those Nitro Cells so brilliantly to stop the Mavericks. We do still have control side there. Palmy hopping in to get the diffuser down as Legacy just holds in, misses the shot, swaps to the pistol.
I can't believe it, Ved on a quad. He's looking for that ace here, Jordan. It's going to be so close. Ved tries to ego peek, and Maverick Esports strike them down.
Legacy with the pistol, clutching up that 2v1 situation that he had no right to win.
He really didn't. There's no reason he's supposed to win that fight, but gall dang it, he does. It's 2-1. Maverick Esports going first into the banning phase.
That was brilliantly played. The Mavericks, they cleared out who they needed to clear out. They made sure they got the kills that they needed to. But Ved just decided to take that round into his hands and almost clawing it back there for Tarleton.
I mean, I couldn't believe it. I mean, Ved became an animal, a machine that became online. And, you know, the rise of AI, my man looked like he was built different.
He absolutely did, as we see that Valkyrie getting banned out and the Capitao getting banned out as well, which is no surprise to see. They are both very annoying operators for very, very different reasons. As we do see Drop bringing in the Ace, who is, I think, actually, no, Ace is my second favorite hard breach in the game over under Habana. Is the only one I'd ever pick over an Ace, but I'm starting to favor the Ace a hell of a lot more these days. In most sites, as we do see the gym bedroom set up once again.
I mean, I do enjoy gym bedroom here for the side of TS, and really thinking about it, you talk about Ace, Hibana, all of the hard breaches in the game. There are a couple of them, I have probably the most games on Ace on my account personally. He's my most played operator on attack for not only just his safety, but his ability to clear and during his launch, right, during Operation Shifting Tides, he was probably the most broken operator in the game.
Oh, absolutely.
And I played the absolute tar out of him. I played over 700 games.
I remember when he first came out, how big of a problem those Selma breaching charges were, and how prominent he was in every single pro game. Like, he had almost 100% presence rate, which we haven't seen from an operator in an extremely long time.
I would say since Jaeger back in the early days, starting 2016, 2017.
That's true. Since Jaeger, yeah, I would believe you. That would probably be correct. Jaeger had, what was it, almost a 100% presence rate in every single game, and I know that Ace had a very high presence rate when he did get released as well, so it's great to see Sho bringing him in here. I do love playing him as well. That AK is just a brilliant gun, as Hank just gets peeked there by Singh on that Aruni, playing very well through that hatch.
It's heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking. The wall is open here in CCTV, and you're making your way towards cash if you're Sho on this Ace, and you gotta clear out this Jaeger. That's PKE sitting inside cash, and he might just need to go to the bank really quick.
Yeah, he might have to. You do have those breaching charges from Sho that he can open up this wall, as you do say. PKE very, very quickly getting out of there.
He realized, I'm in a bad spot. I gotta go. No way am I going to be able to hold this, but hey, guess what? Construction is hold, and connector hallway might just become a thorn in the side for TS.
Yeah, it might just as well. You do see the flank drones getting set up there by Sho, as he is looking to move over to play to that hatch here on the roof. Actually, no, he's going over for Khan. Just make sure that that is cleared out. We do have someone dropping down, though. I think that was PKE just being a little bit cheeky, playing down through side there. As you do have a lot of damage getting put down onto drop by Sync there, as they do clear it out. Legacy is holding it. No one is there, though.
It's looking like he might go for a play. Sho doing a little bit of action. Legacy trying to rely on the use of their reaction speed. And I mean, hey, you might be a part of the collegiate scene, but some of these moves are way too fast to even react to.
Yeah, I mean, the jiggle peaks in SEIGE are absolutely insane. His drop is extremely low on that on the exterior window here, as he is just trying to make sure that it is safe through CCTV as the Mavericks push in. Palmy does manage to find Sync, that Aruni finally taken down, as Palmy gets a second onto Bohananan. He's on a double. He gets a triple. Can he find the fourth? He's does!
Online!
Can Palmy get the ace this time?
It's so good. It's incredible from the both of them. Only one more, and that is Schlitten, who is stuck in connector room, and that might just be a problem. In central stairs, you see him. He's through the smoke. Here, Jordan, it could be close. 28 seconds. He's ready for him. Ladies and gentlemen, Palmy with the ace.
Absolutely brilliantly well played. He has been searching for one of these all season long, ladies and gentlemen. He does get it. Palmy showing up for the Mavericks and taking that round for himself.
You can hear it in the player room. These guys are going crazy. I heard high fives. I think people got up to give that man a little bit of touch.
I heard production getting very loud as well there, being very excited from that round. Someone has to clip that. Absolutely. That needs to be clipped. That needs to go onto the socials. Palmy getting that ace, doing exactly what you need him to do. There's production. They're hype. Their coach, Super B, sitting in the back there. He was very, very happy for that round from the Mavericks. Very, very well played. And I have to shout out very quickly Gravity Gaming, because they're the people who provide us with all of our gaming equipment down here in the arena. And that ace is literally not possible without Gravity Gaming. Just making sure that we are as well equipped as we need to be with brand new monitors that we got a couple of weeks ago for that show stage that we do have. And Palmy using every bit of the equipment there to his advantage. Very, very well played.
I mean, we absolutely love it. I mean, aces are hard to come by, especially at a level that you play this game at. Even at this rank, when you're playing in competitive games, aces, you know, few, far between. But when you see them, those moments, you got to be able to bring it, right? And you have it. And when you have a team behind you and you have a whole esports league behind you, when you have your teammates, and it doesn't matter whether you play Overwatch, League, Overwatch League, Counter-Strike, you're all teammates here, and there's over 230 of us strong.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here in the Maverick Esports arena. We have a lot of players. We play a lot of different games. And again, with the way we've seen Tarleton play today, that ace looked almost... That ace might have been in Timbuktu.
Yeah.
For all that it mattered. Palmy dragging that out of absolutely nowhere. As we do have the Church Arsenal set up again. We do have Schlitten on the Scopos, but the Mavericks there are actually clearing out the third floor here, pushing through. It is empty, and they're just confirming it as we push down onto site.
Making your way downtown as the launching bomb comes out here for Hank on this Dokevi. Hopefully, you know, making a push just a little bit faster. I don't like the Scopos here personally. I know it worked partially during the last round that they ran it, but I'm not sure if I agree with it here, knowing that Maverick Esports has adapted.
Yeah, I mean, Scopos, it's one of those strats that you'd say is a bit of a one-trick wonder kind of situation, and using it as a clutch can be extremely dangerous because now you're just losing an operator that could be doing something else, or some other kind of roamer there that they could be using as we get these hatches open. As Palmy just takes out PKE.
Palmy is alive and he is active. Be careful though, chat. Does have the DMR on the French lady.
He does have the DMR on Twitch, a gun I do absolutely love, and I run on Twitch religiously every time I bring her, as he is just trying to just pad the stats a little bit more, get a few extra kills for himself as he does rotate out here. As Drop gets behind and gets himself on the board. It is a 5v3 here for the Mavericks, and they have pretty much full control of the game at the moment.
It seems as though so. The Sens comes through, and I really like that from Show, opting to get rid of that sight line from Church all the way into Arsenal Hallway. But you do have to be very careful as you do have the Church sight line and connector room there. Schlitten is able to find Hank, but Show does have the diffuser, and the diffuser is going to go down here. 45 seconds left.
As Drop gets a double and Palmy gets a double as well, it is all up to Schlitten once again on the Scopos, except now he has an extra gun to fight against.
You do, and that is going to be the hardest part. Careful, though. Legacy opting to pull out the gun, and it is Show here finding the kill. It is 4-1 here on Clubhouse here, Jordan, and boy, oh boy. You know, we talked about it. Clubhouse is the map for Maverick Esports, and it seems as though they are showing them why.
Exactly. This is not the
Holy!
map. Yeah.
Holy!
Exactly. Palmy's 10-2, everybody. Palmy's 10-2. We are not losing this. Palmy is 10-2. Absolutely 100%. There is no way that we lose this map. He is absolutely popping off, doing everything that he can to extend this for the Mavericks. This is why we shouldn't be allowed to play Clubhouse.
I mean, really thinking about it, Palmy on Chalet was 3-9, a absolute disaster game. And I mean, you know, you can't play perfect every time, but now look at him. Palmy got a talking to, I'm assuming, during the break and says, hey, lock in, big dude. We know you can do it. We know you can play. And here he is coming out strong, 10-2 on Clubhouse.
From everything that from all the time that I've spent talking with Palmy, talking with the guys on this team, Palmy is one of those guys that bounces back. He is the ideal teammate of last round, last game does not matter.
Exactly.
It's all about this game now, and that is what he is doing. He is just showing up, doing exactly what he needs to do as we get into the last round here of the half for the Mavericks. And if we get a 5-1 lead on attack on Clubhouse, and with the way the Mavericks defend this map, I'm stamping it, I'm posting it, I'm sending it off to Tarleton. GG's.
GG's right off the rip. That's crazy here from Tura. But you know what? Hey, I like the call, and I appreciate the comms and the confidence here as we go to CC Cash here on Clubhouse. And there is actually, looking from the side of Maverick Esports, there is no denial from TS here as we make our way back upstairs.
Yeah, there's no denial, so they can bring in Drop on his thermite and be ready. Hank bringing out the Deimos. He is deciding that he wants some kills. Hank wants the kills.
You know, as someone who knows Hank and who, you know, been in the room with him as he's grinding this game, My man wants to frag, and he brings the shotgun.
He's bringing the Boss G. He is deciding that he is doing everything he can. He has that Magnum that is so annoying to play against, to be honest, as they go around. It is also a lovely adaptation here, just to be able to target out a single player from the side of... it's not the Boss G, never mind. But it's being able to target out a single player as Palmy gets taken out early by PKE. That is very big here for the Mavericks, as you do have that little HUD. Who is he going to target first?
It seems though it might just be the castle. It does have it hovered, just kind of waiting. And you know what, Dura, I'll say it. I'm sad that they changed the nade cooking in this game and kind of how it works. Knowing that you can't, you know, hold the nade and then chuck it up to destroy and like potentially get a kill from underneath makes me so sad.
Yes, but Hank pushes in there with the shotgun, clearing out Hanan on that castle. Doesn't need Deimos's abilities there, doesn't need the adaptive targeting there as he just pushes through. He has to be careful here on his red stairs. They are not cleared. There is someone sitting at the top of it. He does not. He pulls out the pistol, just barely misses the head there. That was very, very close. It just rotates back around. Is figuring out who wants to target. He does want that Fenrir. There he is. They know exactly where he is. He's trying to shoot through the floor there, trying to get him killed. Fenrir's just running around like a madman.
He does have him hurt relatively hard here, and might just be super, super close. PKA sitting at about 25% HP left, and he is able to find his way and stay alive from the Hitman Deimos himself.
Yes, but that did mean he was running around like a headless chicken for a few minutes, not doing anything to support his team as the Mavericks pick off another one, and PKA going very dangerously low as Schlitten takes a jump out, manages to get Hank, and he has control of the bottom there, but Sho has the sightlines there onto red stairs, taking that Warden very low as the Warden pops out, unable to get the Nitro Cell off that's been so powerful, and Sho closes out the round. There's a 5-1 half for the Mavericks.
Maverick Esports deciding to put the big boy pants on, and I'll tell you what here, chat, 5-1 going into the roll swap is a definite scary sight to see if you're Tarleton right now.
Exactly. The Mavericks adapting to how they almost lost that round the first time we went to that bomb site, closing out that Warden, not letting him use his C4, just shutting him down and watching the angles that they needed to. Very, very well played. A little bit messy at the end there, but Clubhouse is a little bit of a messy map.
Right. I mean, it comes down to, you know, we talk about fundamentals, right? But sometimes on Clubhouse, you can bring in just a little bit of cheese. You can bring it with you, you know, maybe dip it a little bit, you know, but that's all right. We're here. It's 5-1 coming into the next round as we find the Capitao and Mira bands along with the Maverick and the Kaid.
Nothing surprising there, to be honest. Those are those are the same bands we've been seeing all night long so far. Very annoying operators for both sides. That Maverick getting cleared out, but it does mean that you do just have the ace and you have to bring some other form of breach now, and we do see that in the bandit, and Drop can do his little bandit tricking there.
I'm hoping we might see it. I know Drop does have the ability to do it. My man listens to his game very, very loud, and you know what? I respect that. Shout outs to the homies that ball, and Drop is definitely one of them.
Yeah, Drop is definitely one of the homies that ball. He is holding this. He holds his team together. A lot if he's on the Discord, always making sure that everyone's there for practices and making sure that everything is well sorted and organized. We do have Legacy on his Ella, which I do like to see. It is a character I am starting to learn how to play properly as a nice little bit of an ego defensive operator to bring out. Sho bringing out his Azami to hold Catwalk there. As otherwise pretty standard here from the Mavericks. Palmy bringing out the Jaeger, very much needed, as we do have Schlitten on that Thatcher. Someone we are seeing from the side of Tarleton, but someone you don't usually see get brought these days, purely because you have the EMPs on so many operators now.
Right, naturally. And I mean, and much better guns you're able to bring on attack as well, along with those. But we do see Bahananan on the Monty as they try to make a push here towards Garage, and Sho is ready with that Scorpion.
Yeah, he is ready. He sees him. He's just trying to play for that player peeking through the doors. Does trade a little bit of damage onto each of them. But again, that Monty, he could be bringing the EMPs, but they need him for something else right now. As Sho does manage to get that kill onto PKE, and there's a lot of pressure lost there for Tarleton, because at the end of the day, now you have to get some other player to get there, as he can just zombie it off. And now they have an isolated Monty.
And Monty now isolated. He is going to find his way back up to the staircase, and it seems as though it is just really difficult if you're Bahananan now, but Sink with a great kill on to Show, and Palmy able to find Bahananan. Palmy yet again, another double kill. My man is alive. He has become awoken, arisen. Dare I say, he might just be the Lord himself. He's looking for another one.
Palmy doing everything he can to keep this game alive for the Mavericks here, just making sure that Tarleton can't do anything. It's just two alive, Ved and Schlitten trying to push through here. Palmy just barely missing the pixel peak there as he does rotate around onto side, as you do have Legacy and Hank the Tank holding extended there. Palmy missing his shots onto Schlitten as he drops. Almost getting killed there through Garage.
Oh my god, it was so close. Ved is able to find Legacy, and it might just be the peak Palmy wants here to find the triple kill. He doesn't have the reaction speed, and it's going to be so close. Come on now, Palmy. You know you want it. Schlitten is just down there looking for a fight. You want to find him, and you need that timing. Can you clean it up?
Yeah, it is just Schlitten now in a 3v1. Just trying to 1v1 here against Palmy in Garage. He does try and push in there. He is looking to push upstairs.
He's him.
Oh, Palmy sees him. He knows he's up on the stairs. Palmy unable to get the kill, shut down by Schlitten. It is now Drop and Hank against this Thatcher, and Hank just sprays him down through the wall there. Brilliantly well played around there for the Mavericks, closing it out.
Oh, I really like that. There was an Aruni barricade right there. Or the Azami barricade right there. It is 6-1. It's match point. Holy moly, dare I say we might just see a 7-1.
We might just see a 7-1. I swear to God, every single time we have the Mavericks on the stream, there is a 7-1 on the board at some point, and that will take us to map 3, Cafe.
Give me Cafe Dostoevsky, one of the all-time maps of all time, especially if you're a SEIGE player, because you got 3 floors, 3 ways to play the game. This is amazing.
Yeah, it is very, very good. Well played here from the Mavericks, as we do go up to gym bedroom. Hank bringing in that Warden. Otherwise, not much changes here from the side of the Mavericks in terms of the lineup. They are bringing out that Malusi, but it is nothing out of the ordinary, nothing too ridiculous here from the Mavericks.
Interesting. And I see as though in the chat they are talking about the Jaeger Elite. I'm not sure if it's legal. They're talking about it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't really see why it wouldn't be. I don't think there's a lot of skins here that are illegal in terms of the competition for R6. I know in League there are a few that you're not allowed to play. Blitzcrank's iRobot one,
yep,
for example, that's not allowed at all. But we'll see if it is. Hopefully it's not, because then that makes everything tonight pretty much null and void for both sides. And then we are still tied for second with Tarleton at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, that seems as though it might just be the play. Looking for the nade. Schlitten able to take Palmy in the blink of an eye. The round just starts, and that's so unfortunate. That's 2:15 that you're dead, and now you have to wait for this round to finish. Schlitten finding another. That's a double kill here for Tarleton, and the logic bomb comes through. Drop is there, says, get away from me, lady. I don't want to hear your call. Holy cannoli. Hank the Tank says, I'd like a little extra sauce with that.
Gets those revenge kills onto Schlitten with the Warden on the shotgun. A operator he is very, very comfortable playing. I can tell you that. It is a 3v4 here for the Mavericks. The Dokkaebi being down is big because they can't get that little logic bomb information on where they are, so they just have to play straight gunfights. And Schlitten, who is probably one of their best fraggers from what we've seen tonight, is out of that competition. as I catch him there at an unfortunate time. You do see here from the side of Tarleton, he's trying to push into side, but Hananan though does get dropped, and PKE manages to get Hank. It is Legacy here with it all to do as he gets one. Can he find the next three? Pushing up stairs here, and Hananan shutting him down.
Shutting him down with a ducky there. Probably one of my favorite terms in the game. Do have it here, and that ducky is ready to work out. It is now 6-2 here, Dura, as we make our way deeper into Clubhouse.
Yeah, a very unfortunate round there from the side of the Mavericks. Very well played. Schlitten getting two very big kills off the bat on that DMR with Dokkaebi. As we go down to Church Arsenal, and we see Hank bringing out the Vigil. Show bringing out the Scopos as well. Actually, no, stopping it off for the smoke and drop, bringing in the... no! Show! He's playing hot potato with his operators at the moment. Finally deciding on the Scopos as drop brings out the mute. Palmy taking on that Aruni as we do see the Mavericks set up here.
We do here, we're going down to the Church Armory for Maverick Esports down on the bottom side, as Orange Team does locate the bomb. And I'm curious if we're going to see just a standard normal setup here for Maverick Esports down here on the basement. It seems as though that they are looking for it potentially, opting to go for the floor holes using this Aruni for Palmy. And I think a couple of Azami gates or Aruni gates will hopefully slow them down as they try to make their attack.
Yeah, exactly, because Ved is bringing out that blitz here, so slowing him down is very important to make sure that he doesn't get that pressure that blitz so very much craves and can create. A show with a very aggressive hold here in lounge.
I mean, he's looking for something. You're right, he is going to sit in the lounge, and he does get droned out. You're forced to run away, and now you are in garage. You can have an option to go down, and my man is being chased by drones.
He's being chased by drones, but the more he's being chased by drones is the less time that Tarleton is spending doing things, as you do have one of their players, I believe that is Schlitten, walking up mezzanine stairs there in garage, as Hank with the Boss G sitting on red stairs here.
Red stairs ready for a kill, knowing that he is going to deceive a couple of drones trying to peek him out. Able to find his way over through into money, the cash room. Does have a Pokeball in hand, opting to throw it. The Boss G looking down. He does have a crazy angle looking in towards the lounge.
He does have a very good angle there with that Boss G. It does a lot of damage, but Sync taking out Legacy and getting Palmy as well. They're just rushing site here, and the Mavericks have to retake with Show and Hank here coming from the top floor as Ved takes out Show.
Oh, no way. It is now comes down. The diffuser is planted. 45 seconds left. Hank on the Vigil in the 1v3, and I'm going to be honest here, Dura, it kind of looks unwinnable.
It does kind of look unwinnable, especially with that blitz that they have there, as he jumps straight into PKE, shutting him down.
In the blink of an eye, you know, PKE does have the DMR, and he shoots him right in the back. Back shots galore here at Maverick Esports.
Indeed, they're handing them out as much as they can on the side of Tarleton as we move into the third and final round of bans.
Bans, it's going to be, I'm curious, you know, from the second half, it looked as though that Maverick Esports had a really great option here playing on this defensive side, but it seemed as though that the defense is not their strongest.
I mean, we only need one. We only need one at this point, as Blitz's army bans. It is, yeah. They're going back to Church, though, so the Blitz ban is kind of worth it. They are bringing out Montaigne, though, so hopefully we get something else to slow them down and the Mavericks play a little bit more site-focused.
You know, as crazy and as cringe as it is, I think a couple of trap operators coming into this next round might be a viable option. You know, not say the Frost, but maybe a Legion. Give me some Capcan. Just something to slow these guys down.
Hank does like his Legion, so I'm surprised that they didn't just leave the Blitz open there, because Montaigne can be a lot harder to kill.
Right. I mean, if you do get the soup cans on him, it's scary to see, but that man will soon and eventually take the poison, as the soup is definitely too hot.
Exactly, and from what... Actually, no, they're up in CCTV. They're not in Church Arsenal. So we have been debated.
We've been completely debated.
We've been completely debated, but Hananan is on the mountain as he was last time they attacked the site, which did work out kind of good, kind of bad. Little column A, little column B for the side of Tarleton. They're Schlitten bringing in 0 just to try and clear out the bandit batteries there in a little bit of a safer manner. Show bringing out the 1. Hank still on that Aruni. Palmy bringing out the Jaeger again. Drop still on his bandit legacy. Back on the Ella as the Mavericks set up for a very sound. And Sink gets Hank early.
Oh no, the round just started and he gets absolutely smoked. And here we go. Yet again, that is Bahananan ready for it. And Palmy stuck in the same situation again, as you do have an angry Frenchman ready to peek you at any moment. He's bits him down, but Drop able to take down Bahananan. But he is down. Palmy needs a medic.
Palmy needs a medic. You do have Drop managing to keep Palmy alive though, and that is big as Legacy there peeks through the little crouch hole to go and res, but he gets absolutely shut down. It is effective. It is, yeah, it's a 2v4 here from the side of the Mavericks.
2v4, and it seemed as though the Mavericks had their options here, but Drop, it might not be able to get Palmy in time, and that is just unfortunate as the floor beneath Drop gets taken down, and now not able to bandit trick. He finds from the MP7, but no, gets taken down by the L85. That's a triple kill for PKE.
And it's just all up to Show on the 1 as he finds Schlitten on with the MPX there. He's got 2 very fast firing, very good guns. They just needs to hit heads with, and he's very good at that. In a 3v1, PKE is extremely low. They are getting Diffuser down. He doesn't see it. He sees Ved taking it there. He does manage to get Ved, and he is unable to get PKE as the Mavericks lose the 3rd round on the trot.
That's 3 rounds in a row. I honestly call for timeout here. If you're Maverick Esports, that's a horrifying momentum shift. And it seemed as though now that that Tarleton has the upper hand.
They do seem to have the upper hand here. It would be brilliant to see a timer here just to talk about this last round, make sure they can win it absolutely. But I do want to bring up an important point. I was talking with Drop before. Cafe Dostoevsky is our 3rd map.
Yeah.
We are hoping to get there. We should be getting here if we want to keep this series alive. And side pick for Cafe was dependent on who won the most rounds between the 2 maps.
Oh.
If we win here, it is 7-4 scoreline, which means we should get side picked by 1 round.
Oh,
if we lose another round, but we win the map, it is dead even.
It is dead even. Then they coin flip.
Then they'd have to coin flip.
That's a horrifying thought to even think about, as we are sitting back in CC Cash once again here for Maverick Esports, as Hank the Tank bringing the castle, seeing that it's worked so well for Tarleton, says, hey, maybe it'll work out just as good for us.
Yeah, doing that castle, locking himself up downstairs with his barricades to try and keep him safe. Otherwise, normal lineup here from the side of the Mavericks. And the exact same lineup here from the Tarleton, here from the Tarleton boys, bringing in Bohanan on that mountain, Ved and PKE trying to bring in that breachers and the breach. Well, anti-breach denial.
The anti-breach, the anti-denial, and going through now. Oh my goodness, we hit a little bit of a incorrect button, but that's okay. Hangs the Tank sitting in lounge. He's ready, gonna shoot at some feet maybe a little bit. Does able to hit PKE. PKE also deciding to bring the AR this time instead of the L85.
Yeah, just trying to switch it up a little bit as Hank just trying to get a little bit damage, be as annoying as he can, and waste as much time as he can with that ump.
It's going to be close. No, Hank with an unfortunate peek. Schlitten finds him, and now back to the 5v4.
5v4 still. Palmy is alive with that Jaeger upstairs as Bohanan pushes through. Drop there almost using that C4 with a nice little cheeky hold here through the shield on red stairs. Does not get the Ash as she crosses over.
Does look for it. Does have the C4, throw it. Doesn't find the kill, but Sink living at barely any HP.
He is one tap here as Palmy does manage to get Bahananan. That is the shield down as Tarleton try and continue this garage push. With Ash extremely low, just below mezzanine there. But Ved managing to take out Palmy from Breach. And that is very, very unlucky here. Bringing up into a 2v4 as Sink manages to take down Show. And it's just Legacy and Drop here to try and win this round for the Mavericks.
It's so difficult. 2v3. You got to play one man down. And Legacy finds the kill on the PKE. That's what he needed. You dropping the 0 cam. 2v2. Now Drop finds Sink. It is Schlitten and Ved, but they have been on a tear this map here, Dura.
They have, absolutely. But if anyone can close it out, I believe in the Mavericks here to keep this match alive tonight. Ved did manage to hop through into construction there. Legacy holding that soft breach part of the window. If Ved swings onto that door as he's looking to, Legacy sees him just through the corner of his eye. Ducks down. Actually, no, Ved's going for plant as Schlitten is peeking through. It is... They're getting plant down. Drop trying to push up through into CCTV. Here, looks the wrong way as Ved takes him out. It is now all up to Legacy in a 2v1 as Ved takes him down for Tarleton to win a 4th round running. And the Mavericks here are looking a little bit dire.
Dire and flustered. That's 4 rounds in a row. You said it. And that's so hard, and it's really difficult on the mental. That's 12 rounds down. All you need is one. You can continue to say it. All you need is one, but careful. They are climbing up that mountain. Tarleton has found their way, and Maverick Esports needs to employ some different tactics in TS, looking to tie up this game.
Yeah, Tarleton playing extremely well here as we move back down into Church Arsenal, the only bomb site so far that we've actually managed to win on this defending half, with Tarleton just doing so much to keep this game alive. And we do see Hank bringing out that smoke show on that Legion that we did want to see him bringing out if we move downstairs to this site. Dokkaebi brought out again from Schlitten. We were hoping for the Mavericks to they need something. We just need one round, and they're losing by the tiniest of margins here.
Right, I'm surprised there hasn't been a single timeout yet. We still have one. We should be able to use it at some point, but it seemed as though we are opting to play and raw dog our way to victory. And now it is the start of the 12th round here, Dura. 6-5. This could unfold in any direction.
It absolutely can. It is any man's game at this point, and it is very, very tight between these two teams. Show doing everything he can, 13-7. Palmy right behind him, 13-8. But Ved, Schlitten, PKE, and Sink all just doing everything that they need to. Everyone collecting up kills there, and it's just not enough from the side of the Mavericks.
You're right, and it's been so difficult. Poor Hank, he's sitting on 4-10. I mean, we saw earlier, Palmy was 10-3 at the half.
10-2.
10-2 at the half. Now 13-8. It seemed as though he hasn't been able to keep up. Show though on this Legion, I really like it, but Schlitten has been a craze on this Dokkaebi, and he's been unstoppable. I mean, really, you said about it. Look at the kills, how so well spread out it is. The teamwork we've seen from Tarleton tonight has been impeccable.
Yeah, Tarleton has played very well together here. We just need that little bit extra X factor, as you mentioned earlier, for the Mavericks to close up this final round as the clock does slowly tick down. Hank sitting here in blue on smoke with that shotgun, trying to just be a nuisance.
He's looking for it, but it seemed as though that they're not opting to play from this side. He is going to get droned out, and that is really unfortunate if you're Hank. You do have the canisters. You do have a chance to throw it. But if you're Show, you are watching that kitchen hatch as the logic bomb comes through. And careful, the brain destroyer might just be on their side.
Yeah, as Show just deciding to ignore the bomb, they can find out where he is as long as he stays alive. Keeping control of that kitchen hatch, just trying to throw some canisters down to annoy them and slow them down. The canisters are no longer invisible, so that they can just shoot them as they go through, as Bohannan has taken some damage dueling here, probably with a drop on this church wall. as
true.
the second bomb does come out, just to try and figure out where they are.
Taking their time, TS really taking space with 40 seconds left on the clock. This execute is going to be hectic here, Dura.
It will be with Palmy sitting here prone in the basement hallway on his Aruni, reactivating that gate as Ved does push through. Palmy does manage to get one though, and there's a very good start to the dying moments of this round as Hank gets the second onto Bahanan, but PKE trading back onto Hank in blue.
It's looking close. 18 seconds left here, Dura, and it might just come down to the final few seconds of this execution. You do have the chance to get it down. Show finds Mob, a PKE finds Palmy, a big double kill as Drop finds another. He's looking for it in the 1v1, in the 3v1, and Maverick Esports fight their way in a very, very close set on this clubhouse. Dear sweet mercy here, Dura. I didn't think it was that possible.
Legacy sitting there in the Malusi in dirt, just making sure that that round was closed out there very well from the Mavericks. That was extremely, extremely close on Cloud. From the way we saw that first half go, a 6-1 half from 5-1 half from the Mavericks on attack to go 7-5 on defense. Tarleton almost clawing their way back around, but the Mavericks tie it up, and we are guaranteed Cafe.
We are guaranteed Cafe. And it is going to be a nail-biter as we go into map number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys stay hydrated using your GPC fellow products, whether it be a Rockstar, whether it be a Pepsi Zero. I'm a big fan of Pepsi Zero, by the way. Shout-outs to GPC. That is Rockstar, Mountain Dew, and the Bubblers. You can find them actually all over campus, no matter where you are.
Exactly.
You can be in the dining center. You can be in the CSU. You can be here in the lounge, and we have them ready. There's just vending machines just down the hall, always stocked, always cold, and dare I say, always refreshing.
Always refreshing, always delicious, always making sure that everyone across campus, no matter if you're doing esports, football, volleyball, or if you're in the comm-sci rooms studying and making sure those programs look fantastic, you'll be hydrated and caffeinated no matter what your drink of choice is. But ladies and gentlemen, we need to take a break. That was a very, very hype second map, and it is expecting to be a very, very hype map 3 in Cafe Dostoevsky, and we will be right back.
Welcome to the Gaming and Esports facility at Minnesota State University Mankato. Located in the lower level of Wissink Hall, this space encompasses over 4,600 square feet. The equipment here is cutting edge, featuring PCs with top-of-the-line AMD CPUs and NVIDIA GPUs, Logitech Pro peripherals, and Zowie monitors. This space supports everything from varsity esports and LAN events to casual gaming and student-run clubs. We play hard and work hard, providing students the opportunity to build skills, find community, make friends, gain leadership experience, and more through student involvement, volunteer and employment opportunities, and varsity teams. At the heart of our facility is the Gaming and Esports Lounge. This ultimate hangout space is open to all students and has tons of comfortable and flexible seating options. Students gather here to collaborate, study, game, and relax. It serves as an event space and a hub for student-run clubs to meet. Next to the lounge is the open play area. This space is available for all Minnesota State Mankato students to game at no cost. Equipped with PCs capable of supporting all the latest games. Adjacent to the lounge is the esports competition stage. This is a dedicated space for esports matches outfitted with state-of-the-art machines for high-intensity competition. This room is capable of hosting online and in-person LAN events, complete with a functional garage door and audience seating that allows spectators to be a part of the action. Behind the competition stage is the broadcast studio, a cutting-edge space designed to deliver top-tier live streams run by specialized student teams. High-definition cameras, custom lighting, and green screen capabilities create an immersive viewing experience. The control room is equipped with the latest technology for seamless broadcasting and real-time graphics integration. The final area in our space is the Varsity Esports Training Facility. This is an exclusive for varsity teams and coaches to practice, train, and review VODs between matches. It features the same high-quality machines and peripherals as the competition stage, ensuring the best experience for players.
Hey Matt fam, welcome to Minnesota State University Mankato Esports. My name is Ayush and today we're talking about Rocket League on 101 series. Rocket League is basically like soccer, but with rocket power cars. Two teams face off in high-speed arenas, boosting, flipping, and flying to score before the clock runs out. What makes Rocket League so special is the mix of driving, flying, and teamwork. Players boost through the air, pull off insane aerials, and make clutch saves that makes fans go off of their seats. Every moment is the test of skill, timing, and creativity. Rocket League is basically pure non-stop excitement. Intense goals, last-second saves, unbelievable highlight plays. One moment the ball is bouncing near your goal, the next moment you're pulling off the buzzer beater to win it all, making Rocket League one of the most electrifying esports to watch and play. It's fast, it's flashy, and it's unpredictable. This is Rocket League, where skill meets style and every second counts.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Wasting my evil eye.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Initiating jammer. Swapping mags! ADS deployed and ready to go.
Ten seconds to insertion.
Deployed.
5 seconds left.
In place!
Current set. Banshee is ready.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
ADS deployed and ready to go. Evil eye is in place. Reloaded! You can stop worrying about grenades now. Jammer ready. Reload! Deployed.
All right.
All right, we're live. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We were caught a little bit unawares on the snack break. We've missed a good start of this round. We do have Montaigne and Ram bands. We have Mirror and the Zombie bands. The Montaigne band is a little bit interesting for me here on Cafe, as the Mavericks are starting out here on defense with Tarleton starting out on attack. Pretty standard setup here from the Mavericks from what I can see at this exact moment. They are bringing the OSA out from Tarleton just to get nice little vision onto sight here through those windows. And they do have Bohannan on that line. And the gridlock as PKE takes a good bit of damage just to get that shut down on some ropes.
I mean, I remember from the last time we had them, from the first time we had them on, and we played Cafe, Show had an explosive game on the Maestro here on defense, and I'm hoping we see that again here from Show. I mean, I know this Maestro is super, super strong on this side, on top side. Can be even stronger when there's that, oh my God, what in the world did I just witness? There was the Zero camera taking down the, taking down the camera.
Oh, Hank heard the drop, but he missed his C4, tossed through the window. He tries it again. Does not manage to get it as Ved takes out Hank. I believe he shot the C4 as it was thrown. He is extremely low, though. But Palmy did manage to get one onto PKE there. So it's going to be, it's a even 4v4 here for the Mavericks. And we were talking at the end of that second game here that we're expecting, if anyone here remembers when Cafe was brought back into the map all those many years ago, we were expecting the map to be as down and dirty as it was back in those days, where everything's just chaotic. As Palmy here, sitting on that castle, just in a bit of a sticky situation at the moment.
You're right, he is stuck, and Palmy here on this castle can be a little difficult. That we know we have two people pushing into Cigar and into Piano, as well as they try to make it around this corner. It could be difficult here as Bohannan is spotted on the mute. Same with Sync on the Malusi. Doesn't find it as Ved with a double kill. Maestro is able to find it. That Show, and holy mercy, bodies start to fall, and the execution from TS gets exploded.
Yeah, that is exactly what you see there from the Mavericks, just shutting them down as it goes. It was unfortunate there from Palmy, considering how low Ved was. You could have pretty much breathed on him. And, well, Tachanka could have breathed on him, and he probably would have died.
You're not wrong. Absolutely not wrong. Tachanka. Holy mercy. Tachanka might have breathed on me just a little bit. Holy mercy. That I know that pickle might be a little strong.
As the Mavericks here move down into kitchen, bringing out pretty standard type of setup here. Thatcher coming out again from Schlitten, bringing in the very fuzzy and furry Thatcher skins that come out every so often from the side of Ubisoft, as they do have the Ace bringing Brought, and they are bringing Brava.
Ah, the Brava, a operator that had a lot of conversation when she first came out, and has now found herself kind of in a very healthy scene, especially in pro scene currently. She does have a lot of utility that she does bring to the attack, knowing that she can hack and move things over to the opposite sites, or to the opposite team. Though, now, thinking about it, there isn't much that you can grab, maybe besides the Jaeger and the Melusi, but never mind, I lied. That is a great pick for PKE.
Yeah.
There's just too much on the map from.
Yeah, there's a lot for him to pick from. I've been on the receiving end of Brava's side, playing Eller, in fact, and having my own Gurgmots used against me.
Oh, no.
Which is out. I had my Gurgmot turned against me, and then I died to the Brava.
Oh.
While I was stunned by my own Gurgmots. So I got outplayed massively in that regard. So we'll see if PKA can do anything along those lines by just taking out a lot of the, taking control of a lot of the Mavericks utility here. You do have a Hank on the Oryx in the top floor. Very good operator for roaming around on Cafe because there's a lot of verticality that he can abuse.
Oh, an absurd amount of verticality. There it is, though. The drop is hit by the Thatcher nade, and now here, Hank opting to work his way back down, and it might just be a good flank here for a tank. Thinking about it, pushing it slow, going for the alt walk. Thinking about it, Dura, he might just have an option here, looking for the pixel peek as they make their way into the bottom of White Stairs. He is spotted on a drone.
He is spotted on a drone there, so you will rotate out and jump back up to the 3rd floor. There is someone on the ceiling looking for him, but Palmy does manage to take out Bahananan as Legacy takes out Sync. That is 2 very big kills here from the side of the Mavericks, and Legacy doing a very good job these last 2 rounds, just getting some very clutch kills. As you do have Drop here sitting with the TCSG over in kitchen service.
Totally controllable gun, I like to call it, as Palmy finds the kill, and I do believe on the TCSG here on basement side. And Tank goes for a challenge. He does find Ved, and it is a 1v5. If you're Schlitten, you have an L85 to your side as you do sit in Main Street looking for another.
Yeah, Schlitten, he is very good. He has shown up time and time again here for the side of Tarleton as Show just ends him where he stands. A flawless round from the Mavericks, and that is 2 very good rounds to start on defense here in Cafe.
Brother, what a nasty shot from Show to take down Schlitten there on the front side of the map. But hey, Palmy locking in my second favorite defender. That is my Boyo Goyo with the fiery deployo, ready to create a little bit of casualties.
Exactly, he is fantastic, and I just want to shout out that the Vector is the only gun at the moment that I have a black ice for.
Oh.
It's also the only gun that Hank doesn't have a black ice for.
That's so funny.
When we were playing yesterday, we found that out brilliantly. As Hank is bringing in the Fenrir here. Very good bomb site to bring it in. A lot of sight lines that just makes his little gas clouds extremely annoying. Ved, though, bringing in that blitz. So see how Tarleton uses that. And they're bringing double shield ups.
Double shield op here for TS. And thinking about it here, Dura, it might just be the strat that they need, or it could spell doom.
It could spell doom because you are losing. Never mind. They're swapping off the 0 for the Twitch. 2 operators that do very similar things in a very different way.
I would agree, and Twitch a little bit more mobile in that sense. But though I do like the F2000 on the 0 personally. Probably my favorite AR just of all time in terms of design, fire rate, and I believe it's Norwegian, if I'm correct.
You probably are, but you're wrong because it's a bullpup. It is a bullpup rifle, unfortunately, and that makes it not the best rifle in the world.
Right. It's my favorite, though. I like the design. The design's cool. I like how the mag is fed up, or it's fed in the back through the butt of the gun, kind of like older style weapons. Yeah,
it is a very good rifle, and the game is very good to use. There is not someone I usually play all too often because I don't have much use for him in my unfortunately low-ranked games that I am playing at the moment, as we do have Show here on the Aruni top floor with some beautiful sightlines all the way from Cocktail into onto the other side of the map, pretty much. He can see you from a very, very long way away.
I mean, using those really long sightlines, and that's the creativeness that I really love about SEIGE. Oh, Bohannan falling super, super low. You can see him all the way completely from Cigar, but Hananan taking another one. He is down 0-2. And with this gridlock, the logic bomb comes through. And you don't want to take that extra kill. Show finds another.
Yeah, Show finally finishes off Hananan there, being a menace upstairs here with that Aruni. And he gets traded by Ved with that Twitch on the 4-1-7 there, evening it out. But that is a lot taken down from the side of Tarleton because gridlock, you've lost a lot of flank coverage, and you've lost some nice shutdown for post-plant.
You're right, and thinking about it now, they don't have much to do after the post-plant. The Twitch drone is down there. Palmy did not see it, and that's actually so much utility and a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Utility, and I'm thinking of the other one, value. There it is. A lot of value that Twitch drone is still alive.
Yeah,
oh my
Palmy
God!
Getting sync as he tries to hot drop that hatch there on Ash. And it is a 3v4. They do still have the Blackbeard, but Legacy here lurking on the bottom of White Stairs can be a very big menace. As PKE takes out Palmy, but Legacy takes out PKE to keep it in a 2v3 as Ved decides that it needs to be a 2v2. There's 10 minutes left of the round. Ved is going for the defuse as it is drop, and Legacy trying to push in from the other side using the impact to try and open out there for the Mavericks.
Right, looking through, we're trying to find a longer angle. It seemed as though that they might go for the chow. It is half to full here, Dura. Looking at the health, Legacy is able to find Ved, and it just all you need is one, and that is Schlitten, as he is spotted on the Malusi and on also the Fenrir. He can't see, drop, finds him, 20 seconds, he just needs to find the diffuser, and he does. A clean round, but visions of Clubhouse, Dura. You're up 3-0, and you could just find a difficult time coming into the next half.
You probably could, but it's also third map, third bomb site on Cafe. Yes, it is. Cafe doesn't exactly have a weak bomb site outside of library reading.
I mean, we just played library reading. Or no, it's Fireplace.
Fireplace. They played Fireplace. Mining. That's the one I was thinking.
Fireplace.
Mining Fireplace. That is probably the weaker of the bomb sites that we're going to the third and final round of bans here. I'm wondering what they're actually going to bring, and it's Kaid Dokubi, to no one's surprise. Kaid has been banned every single map, as there's a timeout here from the side of Tarleton very early on.
It is a kind of a different sight to behold, to be honest here. Tarleton taking this early timeout could either A, be the best decision they've made, or B,
the worst decision they've made.
The worst decision they made, and it might just spell death for the both of them, and it is going to be scary here as we're looking at it. Bahananan and Sync, both 0-3 currently.
Both 0-3, that's not what you want to see. Bahananan hasn't done the most amount of fragging on the side of Tarleton, but him dying early on in the rounds is big because he's playing those support secondary kind of operators that provide so much value and so much utility to the rest of the round, and you just don't get that. Having that gridlock available for the rest of the round means they can shut off certain rotates, so then they have a safer defuse, and you just have to be a little bit annoying and be a little bit more audible in your approach to getting that counter defuse on.
You're right. Now, resetting as we have the second round of bans here. That's the Caden Dokubi gone. We are going to go back up to the bar cocktail, have ourselves a sip, maybe a cigar, one or two. Oh, dude, I know I could go for a cigar once my lungs are full and healthy, ready to go.
It is a lovely little treat. I did manage to break one open for my 21st.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
A couple of months ago, and it was nice to behold. But it is not, I think outside of Maestro, who is up there, is probably the only one in this game that will enjoy a cigar.
Yeah, I mean he is known for having them, and also Capital.
Capital, but he's not here. Unfortunately, they can't share. Have some fun with each other as they talk about the good old days.
You're right, as they are both probably some of the oldest stops in the game.
Yes.
But they do come with, I would argue, some of the best area denial in the game.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The Maestro Evil Eye is just making sure that there's so much vision and they're so hard to get rid of. And just Capital with his crossbow just being like, hey, you can't see through this anymore.
You can't see. Oh, there's fire underneath you. My fault. Time to, accidentally get burnt to a crisp, and you might end up like a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich.
Ooh, I am way overdue a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich here on campus at some point, maybe Friday.
Maybe Friday. Shout out to University Dining.
Shout out to University Dining. They always have great options here across campus. As Mavericks are bringing the same ops for this site. PKA bringing back that Blackbeard, as we do have Palmy still on his castle. Hank on the mute, seeing if he can get that C4 this time through the little cigar room.
Hopefully we see it. We saw Hank play it during round number 1, and it could spell disaster again, but I believe in Hank as they are looking for this hatch drop onto red stairs.
Yeah, it is something that's very common in Siege at almost any level. Hank does miss the C4 though, as he does have the Blackbeard pushing up. He is trying to challenge there with the SMG, bringing out the shotgun to challenge that hatch.
Does have it. Maestro sitting on top of Cocktail, but sadly no drinks at this bar, only water to sell this time here, as Legacy is waiting, and Hank with another disgusting angle as he looks down from under, dare I say death from above, with the M1017 ready at his side.
Yeah, very, very nice angle to just keep watch of that hatch. You're not usually expecting something like that, as he does have 2 players just above him as he's staring almost directly at them. He knows they're there. They're looking to walk over. He sees one. He does miss his shot though, but they do know where he is, and he is someone that they have to take out because he can be extremely annoying.
He can be extremely annoying. Oh my evil eye, Schlitten finds Tank, and that is going to be an issue as Ved falls here to Palmy on this castle, looking for another kill. He does see the evil eye and able to push him through the castle door.
Yeah, that is a brilliant placement. He can just shoot at their feet. I don't think he actually managed to find many of them. But you do have Show still with the Older as Palmy takes out Singh, as he's just mag dumping downrange.
Down the range he is as he sits in Cocktail. He does have a chance to get back onto the evil eye, and they have no idea where it is. He's trying to stay alive, and they are stuck in Cocktail close to the cigar lounge, and that's so difficult if you're the side, and Schlitten with a double kill.
Schlitten with a double. He is extremely low though, thanks to that evil eye, as he does push in. Bohannan pushes into Show, and Show finishes off Schlitten as he pushes into Frieza. We can hear the boys in the from the stage. They are pumped. They are ready. They are 4-0.
They are fired up, and it seemed as though that win on Clubhouse might have just been the map that they needed. Bohannan, thinking about it, he is the highest ranked player on that team. He's thinking about it. He might just be captaining these boys and looking for a win. It's scary. What do you do if you're Tarleton right now, Dura?
They have to find something else. They need, yes, that was a much closer round on Bar Cocktail from Tarleton. However, it was the fact that it was only closer.
Right.
And it was still the fact that Show did so much with his evil eyes there, just being able to place down, do bits of chip damage to everyone. Still has that Older. Even though they have removed the ACOG from it, it is still a disgusting weapon.
You're able to just shoot it down range, mag dump like your life believes on it. Now, as we find our way into kitchen prep, dare I say, it almost looks like my kitchen at home. I wish I had all that kind of equipment.
If this was my kitchen at home, I would sleep in it.
Oh, agreed. Absolutely. Mind meld. We just mind melded right there. That was awesome.
We would spend every single waking moment. I'd have my desk sitting probably in kitchen prep right now and be playing Siege while I'm waiting for the soup to boil.
Oh, please, gosh. Let it be known that the French onion soup will only be ready after 9 hours.
Exactly. That is what the slow cookers and crock pots are for.
I love me some French onion soup. You know what? I'm making some this weekend. It's going to be awesome.
It is the weather for French onion soup, to be fair.
You're darn
French
right
onion
it is.
soup and stew.
I love me the fall food season, and I'll have y'all know I do love me some cooking, and Maverick Esports do be cooking right now.
Yeah, as we do have Hank here again on another nasty little angle on the Oryx. He doesn't have his sight because of the EMPs, but that'll be back pretty shortly, and I don't think he needs it. He knows where the center of his hollow is, and he'll be able to get at least one kill, as drop is quite low.
Drop is indeed definitely low here on that bandit, and that might just be a little bit of a scary sight as he is in top of Fireplace Hallway, waiting for the push. And I didn't even notice here, Dura, the ban onto the Monty and the ramp.
Yeah, I mean, very early on from the side of the Mavericks, recognizing that they are extremely annoying characters. The Monty by Bahananan was very annoying on Clubhouse, and Ram on this map is just, she's made for it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, a character almost, like, literally made for a 2-floor style map, or a 3-floor style map, and being able to just eliminate the soft floors on every location.
Yeah, as Hank does see someone walking, unable to get the kill, but very good trigger discipline to not make it known that he's up there.
You're right, and I'm honestly looking here on the side of Tarleton. Ved on this Yang. Hank the Tank is able to find a couple shots on the PKE. That Brava now hurt. Palmy with the Nitro Cell. Can't find it as the fire has been used. I'm curious who that came by. That's Bahananan able to find Legacy. And careful, there might be a couple Bakers here on this street.
There might just be Ved taking a little bit of chip damage, but Hamanan and Schlitten taking more as PKE and Schlitten take out Show and Hank the Tank, and is a 2v5 here for the Mavericks. Palmy finishes off Ved. Drop pushing through up VIP here to try and get some kills. Smoked off from that main window there. Palmy getting that down there onto Schlitten, but Hananan though finishing off Drop, and it is all up to Palmy, and he cannot replicate the ace here on Cafe.
On Cafe, it might just be something else here, and it's accruing here, Dura. 4-1 coming into the second part of this half, and if you're Maverick Esports, you cannot have replication of what happened on Clubhouse.
No, we cannot replicate that. We can't let it go that far. Even if we do lose reading Fireplace here, a 4-2 split on Cafe on the side swap is really good.
Oh, 100%.
It's really good. A 5-1 would be so much better.
A 5-1, I mean, that's what we had on Clubhouse.
That's what we had on Clubhouse. But it's also the fact that the Mavericks, I believe, are very... Their practices and what they do is fantastic, and they've put in a lot of work into Cafe. Clubhouse is a map they're most comfortable on, so
right.
They don't, it's that thing of you don't practice it all too much because you know it really well, so then you focus on all the other weak points.
Right, 100%, I definitely agree. Having those weak points in your game plan, they exist, but they exist for a reason. Right, you can't watch every angle, you can't watch every sightline, you can't hold every bomb site. I mean, there's only 5 of you. And moving through, it is now 4-1, coming into round number 6, 5-5, and I think this Brava from PKE might just become online.
Yeah, he's got a field day of gadgets to mess with, so it'll be how quickly the Mavericks can shut her down, and she's already got drones coming around through, trying to get exactly what she can, as the Mavericks do see the drones coming in. Hank on that Fenrir just playing bouncer there, making sure that they are untouched.
Keep them away. The Brava drone is still around, though, and it's something you got to worry about. Oh, there it was. You saw it. Able to find the Fenrir on top of the center staircase. And this might just spell disaster for Maverick Esports. As soon as this Fenrir falls, the entire site opens up.
Yeah, they do have Bahananan on the blitz, as Hank does get taken out as he tries to speak there. But Sho takes out Bahananan, defending Hank on that Aruni from upstairs. He's doing a brilliant, brilliant job.
I mean, it was really scary, and using the nanocells from the Finca here from Ved. This is a scary situation now. 4-5 here for TS. Sync on the Nomad, looking to find a play, maybe a power play situation. Their post plan, honestly, here looking at it, is super, super strong.
Yeah, they have a very good post plan, but we do still have all 5 members alive, and Hank just needs to click on heads and he can still get kills. Show is still upstairs here as Sync with that Nomad does drop in to that cocktail balcony trying to clear him out.
I mean, he's opting to look towards new balcony here, and Show is ready for this Nomad to peek this angle. If Sync wins this, check him PC.
Oh, Schlitten does kill Hank with the Goyo fire as Show just drops down there through that hatch.
Through a minute left here on this round here, and Legacy sitting in cocktail knows that we do have the Nomad on the cocktail balcony and opting to play a more safer angle here for Legacy.
Yeah, as Show just gets picked down by PKE as he tries to push up white there. Schlitten, though, does get palmy. Legacy does manage to trade back PKE as Schlitten goes in for the defuse. It is drop and Legacy post-plant clutch once again.
Here we go, another post-plant scenario here, Dura, as Schlitten, Ved, and Sync are looking for options here. Drop on this Wamai could find an option, though Legacy opting to play cocktail balcony, looking for some opposition, and Sync is just better. Drop with another one. He's looking for more kills, but you can't find it, and it is TS striking back now 4-2.
Yeah, they have been slow starts to every single map so far tonight, but a 4-2 half for the Mavericks is still a really good place to be in, and I feel like a lot of the rest of this map is going to depend on how strong we start.
We start so strong. That's the thing. We start out on a sprint, and then we kind of run out of gas halfway through, and we got to think about it. We got to push to finish it out.
Yes, we hopefully can mirror ace bands. No surprise between those two. I don't think we'll see Kaid immediately off the board here. We saw the Azami off the board last time immediately, and it's Ramazami off the board. Same exact bands. You're playing the same game. You know what it's like. As we go up to Bar Cocktail, Bahananan bringing back the castle.
Gotta have it. It is something about their defense, and this castle has been so strong, and they have been almost unstoppable when picking the castle.
Yeah, they pretty much have been. I know it would be really hard for the Mavericks to do here because there are other bans that would take place, but banning away that castle might just be a nice little bit of a solution here for the Mavericks.
You're right, and see, banning the castle may seem like a waste of a ban, but they've been using it on every site.
Yeah, they've used it every single map now. They use it every single site on Clubhouse, pretty much. They rely on this castle a lot. They used him a lot on Chalet as well. So maybe just ban him out, get rid of him, so you have that extra bit of freedom to move around and not have to worry about these barricades anymore.
I mean, the barricades have been so strong. And thinking about it here, Dura, with this castle being able to kind of manipulate this site on defense, you're kind of forced to bring other operators that have nades, have ways to clear. Speaking of having ways to clear, we see Hank the Tank picking up one of my favorite attackers, Cali.
Yeah, I wanted to bring that up the second I saw that as the action phase started. Bringing in the Cali here is big because you do have that guaranteed down pretty much as long as you hit your shots, and Hank can hit his shots, and you do have a good way of destroying those castle barricades. And a lovely little drone there from Hank getting into, I believe that was Freezer.
I believe so too, and working his way around with the use of the new ways to move around on the rappel. And now, looking to look at the bottom of White Stairs, seeing that he's okay, is going to opt to push on to Cigar Lounge.
Yeah, as he sees that barricade there, uses the little breachers from Cali to make sure that's open. He does know someone's over there, and Hank manages to get Schlitten, sees him just seconds before the camera is destroyed, and that actually saves his life as he's just trying to shoot through that little mini bar there in the Cigar Lounge to see if anyone's sitting there.
Seeing if anyone is there, and he actually might see, I believe that is
the Aruni in Freezer there. Does actually see her, knows she's there. Ved, though, managing to take out Show, and that is a big kill for the side of Tarleton.
You're right. Now Red Stairs looking a little bit hectic here, as they might need to find another push here. A minute 8 left on the clock, as Hank needs to find his way inside as well on this Cali. And with the long sightlines you see here on third floor, this Cali can be a big issue.
Yeah, I wonder if Legacy actually did get to see Ved there on that mute with that little gyro peek. He did, but he loses that gunfight to that shotgun. It is now up to Palmy, who's extremely low. Drop and Hank on that Cali. As that Aruni pushes out and misses the shots onto Drop. That was almost catatonic from PKE. As Drop tries to pre-fire Ved, and that does not work out in his favor. It's up to Palmy and Hank here for the Mavericks.
Palmy looking kind of good here. Does, you know, he might need a Band-Aid coming into this next fight. Does throw the flash. Can't find who he wants to. Throws another one. Nothing to fall and nothing to fight. And Bahananan and Sync clean it up as they are in sync. That is a quick 2 kills, and Maverick Esports continues to crumble.
Yeah, that was a very well played out. The Mavericks just unable to push out that mute there in the cigar lounge, and I very much would have liked to see some nades or something thrown in to or at least having them brought in to try and deal with that. Hank switching back over to the Buck. He maybe wanted to have a little blitz stay, but not happening, as we do have Show bringing in Capital and Raura.
An interesting operator that can completely manipulate the side of the sites on attack, even harder than some of the operators that we're used to kind of seeing do that, whether it be Gridlock, Nomad, or even, who am I thinking of? Another post-plan operator. Capital?
I mean, Capital does do pretty good in terms of post-plan if you keep your fireballs alive that long. To be honest, another good one is actually Grim.
Oh, Grim, true.
Grim is actually really good, because then you can be like, oh, they're just long-arming the post-plan. They're right over there. I can see exactly where they are because of it. But we'll see here, Ved bringing in the Kaid. Bahananan back on Castle. Schlitten bringing in that Scopos. Sync brings in the Warden, which is actually very nifty, considering that we do have Show and Legacy on some very I want to blind you operators.
Correct. Definitely. Oh my gosh. That's funny.
As the Rara coming in just to close off that one to Bakery. These castle barricades are insane, as you do have the Habana here brought in by Drop to circumvent and destroy those if need be.
I mean, find a little bit more utility. It does have a way to open in, and that might just spell, as we do see someone at the checkout behind the Bakery, and Show using his abilities to find another option. The door does become open here for Palmy. Sync finds Show, and that Capitao is no more.
Yeah, that was unfortunate there from the Mavericks, as the Rara gate just gets closed back down again as Palmy pushes in here. He is now effectively, oh no, never mind, they do have that rotate out. As Palmy finding that long angle to Ved in the back of sight. That was brilliant.
Holy Juan.
And then he gets taken out immediately by Sync. And PKE takes out Hank there on that mute. It is up to Legacy and Drop here.
Drop's got to find a motion here. Dare I say, can't even drop back. Pushing through. Legacy looking to get into prep, as Drop is just waiting, looking into prep with no way to hold it.
Yeah, the Mavericks at a little bit of a stall here, pushing into a shotgun. I don't know if Drop has any more Excalibur pellets to use, as Legacy does see the head there of, I believe that's Schlitten, but unable to find the shots, as he does use the charges there from just barely see, and that was Ved trying to push, not Ved, PKE trying to push out and falling to Legacy there. He's down, but not out just yet.
DBNO State running on fumes here for PKE. Bahananan and Schlitten now, both with really great long-range weapons. the UMP, and I don't even know the name of that gun. I'll be honest with you, Dura. It's the robot AR.
It's the robot AR. I don't know the name of it either, but I don't have scopers as Sync just with a quick two-piece on Drop and Legacy to close out that round. He's having a great game so far.
He has been clean with it, and with that new
Valkyrie
gun.
Yes, the Valkyrie skin on Warden for the MPX, as they do tie it up 4-4, and I'd very much like to see a timeout here from the Mavericks to rethink and approach this at a different angle.
I definitely agree. It's really scary thinking about it. You know, 4-4. You were up 4-0.
Yeah, we were up 4-0 just 5 rounds ago, and we are now tied 4-4 as we move into round number 9. Show bringing in the Blackbeard this time, as Hank bringing the Monty. Double shield here for the Mavericks potentially, as we do have once again a castle.
A castle for the side of TS, and it has been continuing to work. And if it's not broke, don't fix it.
If it's not broke, don't fix it, but please get rid of it for the Mavericks. Hank, although, is bringing back his Asher to help deal with that. Show's actually swapping to Deimos, as Palmy swaps to the Buck here. And they are, Bahananan is bringing in Thunderbird, an operator I do really like playing from time to time.
I mean, she's fun. She's got a lot of great quality of life. We do love the, oh gosh, what are they called? The K-Kona stations.
Yeah.
We do love our little pellets that get give us a little bit more HP and a little bit of bonus HP if you're feeling really good.
Yeah, no, those Kona pens are great. There are quite a few sites where having them set up properly is just nice, because then you can go out, take a challenge, and just come back to lick your wounds in a much safer manner and head out very, very healthy once again.
I remember back when Thunderbird first got released, the 5-stack that I was playing with, we did opt to run her a lot because we only had one roamer player and the rest of us played anchor. So we were able to run 4-1, and it ended up working up in our favor a good majority of the time.
Yeah, because you can have that one roamer player run around the map, pop back into side every now and then for a few heals, and you do have your anchors just staying extremely, extremely healthy as they sit there and wait for the push to come to them.
And yeah, and that's the thing about Siege, right? It is a hold the angle kind of game where Drop is able to find Sync, and that is the castle down, but he is a set and forget character moving through, and that is the Deimos being spotted for Show. Hopefully they're able to find that pick.
Hopefully they are. Show hops into a window there as Ved takes out Hank, as I believe Hank was pushing down the stairs. Ved is very good in these close range fights.
He has been an excellent player here for TS, and you know, we talked about kind of during the break here, during break number 1, is how well Tarleton is here to play and play for keeps.
Yeah, absolutely. Reminder, folks, that this is playing for number 1 or number 2 seeding in the group, which can be absolutely massive for the Mavericks. If we finish this number 1 heading into playoffs, we are in such a good position. Remember, this is the first year the Mavericks are playing R6.
And doing exceptionally well, might I add, you know, coming into this season and now making, you know, playoffs here as well, fighting for the top seed. And if they win, the playoff bracket might just be a cakewalk.
It might just be. I just want to point out the value of the pellets there, as Bahananan got low, managed to heal all the way up, as the Mavericks are just being taken out one by one. Legacy managed to get 1 kill. Can he get the second there? Turns his head around to that Valkyrie, and Schlitten closes out that round for Tarleton with the Deagle.
The Deagle, that's my man Juan, and I'm not sure if you heard it, or I heard it. I have an ear open. There was indeed a desk slam in the stage room.
There was a death slam in the stage room. Unfortunately, that is not good for the Mavericks.
Ban Castle.
Yes.
Please, God, ban Castle.
Ban Castle. I do not want to see him again. They banned Valkyrie.
You've got to be kidding me.
I'm at a loss for it. And there he is! Back in Bar Cocktail. They're bringing back Castle.
I'm going to flame all of them.
Yeah.
I'm going to flame every single one of them.
Like, I can understand the Valkyrie ban, but we mentioned it. The Castle is such a big crutch.
And it's been an issue in every round.
Exactly. Every single map, he's been an issue. Every single map, he's been there. He's just so annoying.
He's annoying. He's prominent. The way how he's able to move and create different sites. He's able to meld the site to how he wants and how TS wants to play. And Maverick Esports just opting to let him through the ban phase.
Yeah, and it's not like you can't pick 2 or 3 operators that are dedicated to breaking in the castle barricades. You can see Hank's not even bringing the Kali this time. He's bringing the Montaigne. Hopefully he does have some breaching charges at the bare minimum to get through that. But still, this castle is such a big strong suit for the side of Tarleton, and it would have been great to see that go as they take the lead on this map.
They do, and Maverick Esports gotta find that upgrade, gotta find that adaptation. Just give me a timeout, give me something to think. We can't keep going guns blazing because now now that you were up 4, you are now down. You've lost 5 in a row.
Yeah, the Mavericks do need, I want them to have some kind of reset just to make sure that everyone's on the same page and that they are fixing any issues that they are having up there. As you see that castle barricade pinged by Palmy.
Palmy's like, this needed to be gone 4 rounds ago.
I really wish, like, yes, Azami is very annoying, but I would rather have seen that castle go down because the Kiba barriers are much easier to break than the castle barriers.
You're right, and even with the Kiba barriers there, oh my gosh, dude, Ved is playing that same position just above Red Staircase again, and he might just find more kills from it.
He very much just might if someone does try and peek him. He's very safe. They can't touch him where he is. They have to push on into him, and he's got the shotgun. You're not going to win that fight. As Bahananan takes out Show, and that is not a good minute 30 into the round for the Mavericks.
This castle, you know, whether his gun is good or not, that can be an argument for another day. He has been just too strong coming into these past few games, and if you're Maverick Esports, you got to go back to the drawing board with this.
As Ved takes out Hank on that mute, the Monty lost is unfortunate there as PKE just taking Palmy's head off with that long angle on the DMR there with the Arunia's Legacy is just sitting here on the terrace window. Drop extremely low in Cigarland, and he goes down as well to Ved on that shotgun once again. And this mute, he spent 2 rounds up here on this bomb site, and he has not been moved.
He has not been forced out. He has not been he has not been flushed, and a flawless round for Tarleton University as they completely dissect Maverick Esports.
Yeah, that was a bit of a sad round there from the Mavericks, as we do see the call for a timeout there on the screen as we do get it.
6 rounds in a row, Dora.
And only 1 on objective. 6 rounds in a row, and only 1 of those rounds was objective. And if they lose the next round, that's it.
It's a clean sweep. That's insane to even think about.
This is not what we're looking for. Ved 11-6, Slitten 9-5. Sync is 7-5, 6-6, 5-6. Everyone on Tarleton is there doing what they need to do. The Mavericks, yes, we have 3 players on 8 kills. 8-7 for Sure, 8-9 for Palmy, 8-7 for Legacy. But Drop and Hank at 2-6 and 2-9 is not what you want to be seeing on the scoreline.
It's not what you want, and it's definitely a heartbreaker if you're Drop or Hank. This timeout should have been called 4 rounds ago.
I'm with you there. we should have had this on the half sometime to talk about it and think and see what we're going to do as we go back down into kitchen service cooking and we go back to Bahananan on Castle.
The Castle picked once again as we get into match point here for Tarleton University. 6-4 currently. Can Maverick Esports fight back against the kitchen prep hold, or will the bull become the sandwich?
Well, is the bull cooked, chat? Is the bull cooked or the horns mounted to the wall yet?
The horns mounted to the wall. You know, and actually, I had a thought about this, Dara, the other day, and it's a complete sidetrack. Our mascot is actually just a centaur.
Centaur?
Think about it, right? You know, we do have this, a cow shape with horns, right? The horns are more centaur shaped than anything. You know, a centaur is a humanoid bull shape that is sent to.
Minotaur.
Yes, that's
the word. Because centaur's a horse.
That's true. I'm thinking of Minotaur. My fault. I'm really brain foggy. It's really late.
It is late. We are getting tired here on the desk, which is why we always like to have some Rockstar on hand from GPC to make sure that we have the energy to keep these games going. Although there's unfortunately not much energy to be had here, as this is not what we want to see from the Mavericks.
It's not. I mean, it's been a complete dissection of Maverick Esports R6, and seeing what's been happening to them just alone on this upper site has been heartbreaking to watch.
Yeah, it is very hard to see these guys and how hard they're playing and how unlucky they've been time after time after time, as Hank the Tank manages to get that kill onto Schlitten, that Vigil roam, buying them a full minute of time, but getting that shut down quite nicely and decisively as we can now push downstairs onto site.
He's got a chance. I mean, with that Vigil down, and I actually really like the formation here for Maverick Esports, opting to bring in the Grim and the Thermite pick for drop. I think it might just be a comfort pick, using the 5.56. I honestly really like it personally, but Thermite pushing into Freezer is definitely a lot harder.
Yeah, it is indeed, as we have Palmy here on Twitch just trying to melee open this castle barricade, as you do have Castle opening up a hole there for a Nitro Cell, which isn't going to come through because Hank the Tank killed Ved.
And Ved is gone. That is no more Kaid. And now on this Twitch, just going to run and roam around looking for a chance to potentially take down the Kaids that are in top of Freezer.
Yeah, hopefully getting those down, getting rid of those very annoying mute jammers, as they do see the mute sitting there in Bakery. And I just want to say, Hank's got 2 kills. He's got the only 2 kills this round. Hank is on his game at the moment, as you do see that Warden pop out. Palmy unscathed as the smoke is popped there. 30 seconds left on the round. The Mavericks still have a big push. The mute, though, did manage to cross over there, and they don't know.
They have no idea. They're looking towards a Bakery opening, and Legacy is able to find Sync. The mute is going to push. That's BKE, and Maverick Esports are still alive. They are not done.
Hank got a 3K that round. He is back.
He is back, and Hank, having a little bit of a rough start, has to continue to be on his A game. It is match point. You got to bring this to the tie. This is for your first seed.
Yeah, this is potentially for first seed here. We're not sure what the result is for Tarleton, for CMU in their match tonight, or it might even be done. To be honest, we've been here for a very long time.
We've been here a hot minute here, Dura, but it has been one hell of a series so far. Maybe you could check on that, and we can get that score update here in a moment. 6-5, Skopos, Bahananan back on the castle. Sync on the Warden this time, and we are going to go back to Kitchen Prep.
Back to Kitchen Prep. Very, very similar setup here for the side of Tarleton. The Mavericks bringing a Fuse.
Fuse.
Shows bringing Fuse.
No, come on, please.
Oh, I would love to see it. genuinely would love to see it. That might just be the little bit of craziness that we need from the Mavericks for
10
that
seconds left.
to win out this round. But he goes
5
back to
seconds
the
left
Grim,
before insertion.
and it would have been great to see Fuse.
Attackers objective.
You know,
We're not
as-
allowed to have fun, apparently.
We're not allowed to have fun, but this Grim is going to be taken up, and so we got to watch out for the bees and the canisters. Man, that setup in Bakery is just so strong. The mute here, and that's the buck. That's going to be Hank the Tank. Feeling himself on that buck earlier last round, finding the triple kill, and the 3K was so incredible. He's got to be able to match that energy for 2 more rounds.
Yes, hopefully Hank can keep that going. He is someone that thrives off of that good momentum there. Droning in, making sure that the top floor is clear for him to drop in. I don't actually think anyone from, no one from the side of Tarleton here is sitting on the top floor. You only have Schlitten in reading room, and hopefully they get a drone in there to pressure that Scopos out.
Have to pressure him out, and they got to do something about it. This Scopos is going to be an issue.
As Palmy is once again knifing the same castle barricade.
That damn castle barricade. Continue.
And it's finally down.
It's finally down. It takes a little while.
Oh, castle there on that angle, hitting the smoke there as Palmy sprays in. He is being very careful here, trying to watch these angles, trying to not get picked off here. It is no death so far. A little bit of damage onto Schlitten, but otherwise, scratch that. Show taking out Schlitten as Hank here pushing down the white stairs on from the 3rd floor as Tarleton still has full site control, and the Mavericks are very slowly working their way in as we are starting to open up these floors and get some pressure onto site. Hank using that buck really well, just the skeleton key, making sure that he can get these walls open, trying to find the mute jammer there on the kitchen service wall as Palmy takes down Bahananan finally, and we have a game, ladies and gentlemen. It's 30 seconds left in the round, but this is exactly the situation we were in last time.
You're right. It is exactly where it is and exactly where you don't want to be. Maverick Esports now has to find that quick execution down onto site with only 20 seconds left here, Dura. He is spotted by the Damos. It is 2-5. Maverick Esports looking to find it here. You only got 18 seconds left on the clock. You got to push. You got to find your motion to find this notion to stay in motion. Ved staying in prep. Palmy finds one. He just needs one more. Quickly, you've got 8 seconds, and they find it, and they tie it up. Maverick Esports is alive, and the Maverick machine continues to push.
That is I can hear the energy, folks, from that room. The microphones might just be picking up for you to hear on stream as well. The Mavericks are fighting back. They have tied it up. This game is back. It is live. We are energized once again. We are going the distance.
Overtime for the seeding. Endura, what is the status on that match?
We are waiting on confirmation for that. I do not have access to the scores, unfortunately, because I am not the way NECC works. Is I don't have permission to look at some of those things at the moment, let alone on my phone, because I can't sign into the website properly. Because
completely fair.
Completely fair on that regard. But we are hoping we can get confirmation on that as quickly as we can, as we do have Bahananan back on the castle as we go back upstairs, and actually CMU's still playing. They won the first game, they're on their second game.
Oh my gosh.
So we won't know till next week.
That's horrifying to think
Okay,
about.
when I say we won't know, the stream won't know
Right.
until next week about the final seeding of it all. But if we win this, we are guaranteed second place anyway.
Guaranteed second place anyway. And that's the part that we want. You know, the higher the seed, the better the play. And I think being on this cast here, Dura, has helped my lungs exponentially. as we are definitely coming back.
We are coming back. Get some nice exercise. Get them working. Get them flowing. Not, well, I wouldn't say stuck in the kitchen making burritos because apparently the burritos are fantastic. I'm still yet to grab one.
Come on by tomorrow, man.
I actually do have time to come on by and grab one tomorrow, so I might just do that as the Mavericks push in. Ved on this mute in the exact same spot in Cigar Shop. Can we please nade him out of there?
Nade him, find something. I mean, really looking at his show, does have the Capital Palmy on the Ash as well. Hank the Tank here on the Osa. I'm not sure. Does Osa have nades? I can't remember.
Osa has nades. Osa has nades. That's half the reason why I play Osa. The other half is the PDW.
We do love the PDW.
We do love the PDW. It is a fantastic gun, but they're going to leave that mute there for now. Looking for maybe a slightly better angle with Palmy here on the Ash. Just looking up through Cigar Lounge into bathroom that they do have Ved. They do have him pinned. They know exactly where he is. You do have Show trying to flame him out. Trying to flame him out there as he is not able
Got
to.
him!
But Legacy manages to find Ved, and finally we can push onto site. We might be able to win this one now.
We might be able to do it here as they do. I got to deal with a person here still stuck in bathroom. That's PKE, able to find Show, and that just is a horrible, horrible pick. If you're Maverick Esports, they find Bohannon, getting him just close to half. Palmy opting to run away.
Yeah, dropping out that window and rotating round. You do have Drop here sitting on red stairs, just watching any flank angles that might potentially occur. Legacy taking a gunfight with Schlitten and winning it out, but PKE trading it back immediately for Hank the Tank, and Bohannon taking out Palmy. It is up to Legacy and Drop here as Legacy takes out Sync on the other side of site.
2v2.
2v2. Actually, no, make that a 2v1 as it stands, as Legacy is looking the wrong way. But he flicks it onto Bohannon, but PKE taking out Legacy, and that was so close.
It's the closest round I've seen. Roll, swap, bands restored, 7-6. Overtime match point. This is the wildest game I've seen. Round 14, Mira, Azami, Kaid, Monty, Ram, and Dokubi off the table.
Oh, actually, I think the only difference... Actually, no, are the bans the same each way around?
Did
Dokubi get banned?
Dokubi got banned on the latter half.
So Dokubi's been banned. So the bans are the same. The bans are the exact same.
Oh, you're right.
We all banned the same people.
Am I just that
Actually,
tired?
no. We banned Valkyrie.
That's right.
We
That's
banned
right.
Valkyrie instead
They're
of
rotating.
Castle. Hey, guess what? Palmy's playing Castle.
Let's go!
Palmy's playing Castle. We are up on the top floor. Hank is now 6-10, having a better game than he was. Show 99, Palmy 12-10, Legacy 13-8. With Ved, the only, well, Ved 12-9, Bohannon 8-9, Schlitten 9-8, PKE 9-8, and Sync 7-8. That is, that's very even from the side of Tarleton, but this is also why they are such a strong team. This is why we are fighting them for second, potentially first seeding here as we are back in the top floor. We do have Show back on the Maestro with his Ultra.
I want to see it. I mean, knowing that Show is on the Maestro, he is that X factor here for this pick. Knowing that he does have the Evil Eye just above the B bomb site here on top of bar is such a strong placement for that Evil Eye. We see Hank still in Cigar as we can definitely find our way back into the first person views. Here's Palmy on the motion detector sitting in Cigar Lounge just next to Piano as he's waiting on this castle.
Yeah, Palmy needs at least one kill here. There it is. That Evil Eye in the exact same spot there from Show underneath that other Christmas tree to peek underneath that castle barricade into Cigar Shop to get some chip damage onto Tarleton as they push in through they're making a very, very slow entrance onto site. There hasn't been much activity from them. Minute 15 into the round.
Just kind of waiting a little bit. We do hear a couple of an explosion there on the side. I'm not sure where it came from, but it's definitely on the bottom floor for sure. Making its way through here is Palmy, sitting next to his own barricade, as White Stairs might be the push.
White Stairs does look like it might be the push indeed. I don't believe they have anyone sitting on that window just yet, as we do see someone rappel up to it. I think they do have a castle barricade on. Hank is sitting there with the C4, waiting for the audio cue of the drop of the hatch to lob it out and maybe get a kill. There's the drop. There's the C4. There's the kill from Hank the Tank. He is back, ladies and gentlemen. He is on his game. He is pushing out of cigar shop. He's with a shotgun. He has a black eyes. He is currently unstoppable, I would say.
I would definitely agree. 4v4, 3v4. Maverick Esports now with the lead as a great nade takes down Legacy. Bo Palmy on this castle, 13-10 now, is just waiting. We love the Jaeger. Oh, my Lanta from drop. We see it now, and we see it long. Stuck now as the smoke comes down onto new balcony.
Smoke comes down to new balcony. You do still have Hank here sitting on his mute with that shotgun. It's going to be very hard to push him out. He does go extremely low. They sink, taking out drop. Bahananan taking out Hank the Tank, but Palmy trading back for sink. We still have Show alive on this Maestro as he's getting chip damage there onto the Ash, getting damage there onto the line, swings out, gets two, and keeps the game alive. Show doing everything he possibly can to bring us all the way.
Oh my goodness. Overtime match point. 7-7. Have you ever seen a game go the distance? I have seen it before. That is the Mira, Azami, the Ram, the Deimos, the Ace, and the Valkyrie. Final round.
This is absolutely ridiculous here. All the way down to the wire. Map 3, sudden death, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so fired up. I knocked over the Rockstar drink cans that we have up on the desk here in my excitement for that round. I am so ready to see what's going to happen. The Mavericks are on attack. We do have Castle, but it's on sync this time. It's not Bahananan. So we can't blame Bahananan because he's on Goyo. But it is going to be a very, very tense final round. I feel nervous right now.
Ooh, boy. The blood in my heart is pumping right now. And that is, I believe, that is Ved on the Bandit. Bahananan on the Goyo. Schlitten on the Vigil. Aruni picked up as well. And the Castle finds its way yet again for the side of TS.
Show bringing in that Montaigne, something different here. Hank bringing out Dokubi and the Boss G. He's brought out the Ego weapons. He is ready to go. He is fired up. Palmy sitting 14-10 on that Twitch is doing a fantastic job here with Legacy just behind on 13-9 as PKE takes out Show early. And I have no clue how that happened.
No way, the diffuser goes down, and that is a heartbreaker if you're Maverick Esports. That Monty is gone, and the value crumbles.
Yeah, that is a very big kill there for the side of Tarleton, and a very early kill in the round considering how the last few rounds have gone. They do have one player downstairs that is Schlitten on that Vigil in prep room right now, and they do have PKE on that Aruni upstairs, who has been very annoying this map.
He's been so annoying, and he hasn't been able to be stopped before. Now it's gonna have to make your team's gonna have to carry you. Show our fragger goes down on a shield operator, and there is no smooth operator here as we have to fight at 1:45 left on the clock. Final round.
Yeah, this is going to be the tensest minute and a half I will have witnessed for a very, very long time until this Sunday when we have Worlds Finals, ladies and gentlemen.
At 2 a.m.
At 2 a.m. No, is it 2 a.m. or is it 1 a.m.?
2 a.m.
Is it 2 a.m.? Oh well. I don't have to go to work on Mondays.
I wish.
But yeah, it is. They do have third floor control here from the side of the Mavericks as we are now pushing into that bottom thing as Hank misses the EMP there onto that Rooney gate as we are pushing down here onto the second floor finally from the Mavericks. Very lucky there to not be killed on that drop by that Goyo. Please, let's not get a team kill against, but Hannan takes a lot of damage there from Palmy on that Twitch. You do still have Schlitten sitting there on the base end of White Stairs. He can flank up. You do have Sync on that castle. Very close there between Legacy and Sync. You do still have Hank sitting there up on the third floor. He drops down now, picks up the diffuser. Palmy takes out Sync. They have reading room, site control.
We gotta be
as
careful.
Ved trades back as you do.
They do got a flank. Oh my God. They do find the down. Schmitten goes. It's coming down. Hank the Tank now with the diffuser. 3v2. It's going to be close. If you're dropped, you find your mark. That's a double kill. And it's really, really close here, Dura.
It is basically a 1v1 here, ladies and gentlemen. You do have PKE. And the Tank closes it out to get Mavericks that round. What was that?
I cannot believe mine eyes, and I can't believe the victory as we hear them pop off. That is the victory you want, and you fight hard, and you fight for the victory. Maverick Esports is your winner tonight.
That was an absolutely fantastic round there from the side of the Mavericks. The boys have erupted on the stage. Everyone is extremely hyped here in the arena right now. What was that?
You talk about Operation High Stakes, and that's exactly what it comes down to. I have goosebumps, and that's just goes to show the craziness and how much we freaking love video games here at Maverick Esports. What an incredible sight. Going long for 6 rounds, not winning a single one, to taking the victory in map number 3.
I'm lost for words. I'm genuinely lost for words. I have no clue what to say or what to do other than Maverick Esports wins against Tarleton. We guarantee second seed in the group stages, and we are guaranteed, long guaranteed, playoffs next week, Wednesday.
Wow. You know, stories come every once in a while. You see a series that comes around, and you're like, dang, that was pretty good. And you're like, wait a minute, hold on, that series was insane. For example, T1 versus Top Esports a couple weeks ago, as we saw.
T1
it was
versus ALS 2 weeks ago.
dude. Good, sweet mercy. You see a series and you're like, man, that's pretty good. You see another series like, man, that's actually pretty sick. You see a series like this where it goes the distance, it goes to the wire, the last few seconds, ladies and gentlemen. And if you have stayed up this late to watch your team take the victory, my applause is out to you.
That was absolutely fantastic. That just proves to show the Mavericks do not stop. We brought it all the way back.
Being 6 down.
We were down 6. We shouldn't have won that. There was no right.
There's no reason.
No right, no reason, nothing. But we did.
We did, and we came out on top, and it is unspoken from what we've seen. I don't even know if I'm at a loss for words. Things are falling. Everything's a mess. Everything is quaking as we see it. What an incredible evening and what an incredible night here, Dura. What a day to come back.
What a day to come back. It has been absolutely, absolutely fantastic. That was the game of all time here from our Mavericks, and let's do this again next week.
I would absolutely love to. I mean, listen. You talked about how this cafe was going to be like initiate cafe rework right out of the gate, and damn it, we got it.
We got it. It was sloppy. It was messy. There was mistakes. There was rotates. It was even. It was stomping. It was just everything you want from a game of Rainbow Six Siege in one map within 1 hour.
Within 1 hour, we got to see it. We got to see everything in between. And there was one thing that was constant, Dura, and it was on every round. It was on every map on defense, and his name is Castle.
His name is Castle. He is the MVP of tonight. because regardless of how you want to put it, he in some way, shape, or form played a very big role in tonight's victory for the Mavericks, and an even bigger role for defeat on Tarleton.
Wow.
But nothing against Tarleton. Absolutely
no,
nothing
100%.
against Tarleton. They played a fantastic game of Siege tonight. They delivered exactly what we were expecting from them as a extremely, extremely close game. Absolutely fantastic. We cannot be more grateful for having them come online and play such a great game and pushing us so far. They pulled out all the stops, but the Mavericks, the train does not stop. The horns continue charging as the machine still runs.
The machine still runs and the machine still stands, ladies and gentlemen.
Before Ham passes away live on camera here, I think it is time that we end the stream tonight for you all. It has been absolutely fantastic. One last final shout out to GPC, to our production team, and to Gravity Gaming for one of the most spectacular evenings of video games that I've witnessed in a very, very long time. As Ham tries to absorb the can through his brain. I am Durakitty, legally known as Jordan. This is Ham.
Oh my god, I freaking love video games, dude.
And if you want more video games, you will be back tomorrow for the Smash Junior Varsity and Varsity teams playoff games. We shall see you soon.